All right, man. Back with another episode of the Coach Tmo Show, man. And as usual, I'm Coach C, and that is Coach Tmo, man. All right, yeah. So after back and forth this whole season, man, they finally let Miami into the college football playoff, man. Should they, shouldn't they? Will they, won't they? When they finally did it. So what I'm saying, what do you got to say about your team? You know what I'm saying, make the playoff.
So I say, they kind of had let Miami in. Miami was like 18 at the time, and Notre Dame was like, within the top 10. So I knew then Miami just had to get close. And when Miami got close, you was going to take the head-to-head, because that's a major factor. You're going to take the head-to-head, and you're going to put Miami in front of Notre Dame. My surprise was really Alabama. But I think they set the bar. They kind of set the standard, let you know, like, okay, you come to your conference championship game, you're not going to get knocked down with a loss because you want to play the extra game, which is like Notre Dame or whoever is not playing extra games. So I knew they were going to set, I didn't know they were going to set the bar with that or the standard with that. But I did feel like if they got to that point, you would take out Bama and put in Notre Dame, which is now you have Miami and then Notre Dame, and then Bama be the one out with Vanderbilt in Texas. Now, that being said, that Florida State loss with Alabama, I ain't talking about the Georgia. Now, I guess it kind of balanced itself out, right?
I forgot they lost to Florida State.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of understand it, like, this my mindset was what the committee was thinking. Because my mindset quickly, because, I'm a Miami fan, I hate Florida State. But, I quickly go Florida State beat them, and Florida State wasn't a good team this year, right? But then again, the committee mindset, I'm like, okay, well, that Georgia win in Athens kind of balance off that Florida State loss. You know what I mean? So, for them, it's like, okay, well, that same team who lost to Florida State actually beat Georgia, who we got ranked 3.
Right.
So, even though they didn't beat them the second time, but the first time, and I just think the committee kind of balanced that off with those two, with those two losses. I mean, that loss and that win, kind of balanced that off. And I think that's kind of what happened in that situation. The reason why they put Notre Dame out. But again, the committee is not going to punish you for going into an extra game when you was already ranked in front of or somewhere around Notre Dame, right? So you look at it like this: Notre Dame technically wasn't in before the last week. They wasn't technically in because the 2 spots got to go to the conference champion. You know what I mean? So you really wasn't in. So they actually didn't put Notre Dame in. You see what I'm saying? What put Notre Dame in, what put Miami in was actually the win by Duke, which is Menendez that actually put Miami in. So when they beat Virginia, they opened up a spot for Miami to get in because you still had to put the 2 at-large in, which is James Madison and Tulane. And the only thing they did was flip the 2 between Miami and Notre Dame. And I know a lot of Notre Dame fans are upset about that, but you got to take the head-to-head, in that situation. You both got the same records. Actually, the 4 teams that y'all have in common with Miami beat those teams, 3 of those teams, worse than what Notre Dame did. Right. You know what I mean? So you got to be able to take that into consideration and put Miami in the situation.
I mean, the Pittsburgh win for Miami, and think about it, came later during the year, and it came when they was rolling.
Yep, it had just beat Georgia Tech.
Just beat Georgia Tech. You know what I'm saying? They were rolling, so they didn't beat the same Pittsburgh team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like they try to say, oh, this ain't the same Notre Dame team.
Right.
Well, yeah, that ain't the same Pittsburgh
Miami
team.
also beat the Pittsburgh team worse. Pittsburgh team was ranked 20-something in the country. Yeah.
Yes, I know they both. Yes, Pittsburgh. But I'm saying that Pittsburgh team was a better Pittsburgh team than they played when they played Notre Dame.
And I don't know where Notre Dame played Pittsburgh. I know Miami went to Pitt and played them. All of that is in consideration. My biggest thing is when I get away from that is like what they're gonna do about these bowls. The fact that Notre Dame, went out.
I seen a list was like Notre Dame, bunch of them, UCF.
But the fact that Notre Dame did it was kind of huge. You know what I'm saying? Because now it makes it seem like for them, like you taking your ball and go home.
Right. That's exactly what they're doing.
Right. That's exactly what they're doing. Right. So for them, it's like, is this going to be the new thing though? Teams are going to say, you know what? Nah, we cool.
Well, see, okay. Well, Notre Dame, one, they already out of logic the way they're doing things. So you got 24 teams in the ACC. 24 of the other sports in their school is in the ACC. Football is independent. Hockey's with the Big Ten or something like that. So the way they doing things, the hockey I can understand because AC don't got hockey or whatever. But football, you could just hop in the ACC. Hop in the Big Ten. Hop in well. You know what I'm saying? Get into a conference, and that will alleviate some of your problems.
Now this is the gripe that they got. right? So it's a couple of things. I heard the Notre Dame AD speak. Two things that they got. Well, a few things. So obviously he upset about the musical chairs, right? But obviously everybody know who has a brain to say, okay, if Miami get right next to you, they're going to jump you because they beat you head to head, right? Just like if it's the other way around, right? If Notre Dame got right next to Miami, Notre Dame is going to jump Miami if they beat them head to head. So that's everybody would do that. The next thing they was upset about was the ACC coming out and supporting Miami. So based on what you just said, right? So you said that, okay, technically Notre Dame is not a part of football-wise now. They're not a part of the ACC. I think they are in basketball. They're not in football. So the ACC decided to say, you know what? Okay, we're going to back the team in this particular sport that's a part of the conference, not the team that's a partnership of our sport. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, I gave this example all the time. I was talking to players here at school today. Is that it's like us being in Sicily, and we're on the north side of Sicily, right? And say that we could just use Jupiter Christian, right? They're independent. Say that Jupiter Christian is a Sicily program north, but they are independent, right?
Right.
And we're going for a playoff spot, right? We're going for a playoff spot, and the North Division is our division. So the North Division people come out and say, okay, head to head, Palm Beach Lakes beat Jupiter Christian. So we're going to support, or we're going to push the narrative that Palm Beach Lakes should get in because Jupiter Christian is just a partnership to our conference.
Right.
It's not an actual member of our conference. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they play the teams in here, but they're not a part. So what happens is if Jupiter Christian goes to the champion to the playoffs or whatever, that money all goes to Jupiter Christian. We get none of that money.
None of it.
If Palm Beach Lakes go, we get a percentage of that money. So why would I support Jupiter Christian going and I get nothing out of it, and I can support Palm Beach Lakes and get 30%? You see what I'm saying? Into the conference, right? So I don't get how Notre Dame is mad at the ACC support or spread a narrative or use their social media to support Miami when Miami is a member of the conference.
To me, they can't be mad about it because they played and lost. That trumps everything.
That too.
Now, if they didn't play, I still don't think I wouldn't be on their side, but I can understand the argument.
Right.
But dang, y'all backing, whatever. But even then, it's still, then it will go back to, well, Miami is a member. Y'all not a member.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just.
So I don't get how you expect the ACC, because my thing is, what the AD said, this was for Notre Dame, if the ACC didn't do that, then Miami have a problem with the ACC. We actually, as a member, we might well go independent. You know what I mean? If you ain't going to support us.
Right.
So the ACC had no choice but to support Miami in that. You know what I'm saying? And then Miami actually won the game. So it's not like they did not win the game.
That trumps everything. Because now if they would have put Notre Dame in, then it's like, it's a slippery slope. Because now the committee just saying they just.
And there's no ACC team.
One's no ACC team, and then they just picking and choosing whoever.
Come on, man.
Because you're saying, okay, it don't matter that y'all played, I'm gonna still get the other team. I just think the other team is better. Right. I know y'all beat them, right? But I think the other team is better, so I put them in.
Right.
That sounds crazy because then you could just do that for everybody. Well, you know what? I think
Texas is better than what they were. Right.
I think Tennessee got an argument.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Vanderbilt got one.
Vanderbilt got an argument. Oh man, they could have been in there.
You know who had an argument too? Was that Georgia team? Remember that Georgia team that had them top 4 teams?
Oh yeah.
And people were arguing about Florida State. Yep. And Georgia have won, and Georgia lost one game and they put Georgia out. Remember that? You know what I mean? I think that game, it was an SEC championship game. They put Georgia out. Right. So Georgia got punished for playing an extra game. You see what I'm saying? So
the head-to-head always has to matter no matter what. You can say it's a fluke, you can say it's whatever, but hey, it's head-to-head. We actually lined it up and they actually played.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to the other point you were saying, bowl games. This, I think it's going to start hurting bowl games that Notre Dame decided to sit out. I think UCF sat out.
So bring it all the way down to our level. Like, do you see people joining FIT in the future?
I don't know. I don't
you see what I'm saying? We just 1 year in it and still kind of like, I don't know about this. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like on the college level, You know what I mean? Because you got transfer portal coming, you got signing day, you got coaches leaving, coaches coming, you got all kind of stuff happening. Think about Tulane and James Madison both got new coaches.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And they both are in the college football playoff.
And their new coaches, their old coaches are still coaching them.
You see what I'm saying?
And recruiting for their new team.
Get started on that. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
So, bro, it's gonna be difficult, man, with this whole new bowl. See, the bowl used to mean so long time ago because you had the rolls, you had the sugar, you had but all of those are part of the college football thing.
Which when they first said 12 teams, right? And then I'm pretty sure in a couple of years it's gonna be 16 teams or whatever. They should just make the playoff games bowl games, so that way the people who sponsor the bowl not lose no money. Yeah, because I'm still getting the playoff. I'm getting a playoff game. It is a bowl game. The Citrus Bowl. Well, I guess not Citrus Bowl no more. Whatever it's called now. You know what I'm saying? Since it's called Citrus Bowl, the Cheeses Bowl. They get in the first round. 16 versus whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you make those the bowl games,
but the top four,
you still keep them. The Rose and
right. You saying the other ones?
The other ones. Yeah. You make them the Cheez-It Bowl. You make them the Popeyes Bowl.
That means you got to span the field in.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying if you, or at least the 12 games that you know what I'm saying, the other 12, not 12, but the other games outside of the, the Sugar Bowl, Rose Bowl, whatever, those other games could be whatever bowl. You know what I'm saying? The PlayStation Bowl, whatever. Like Miami, Texas A&M.
Right.
That should be the Nike Bowl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You have so many bowls, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, you got so many. But at least the big bowls are still getting. You know what I'm saying? So Notre Dame would have been to a big bowl.
Well, how about the conference championship games though?
You
start having those like okay, so you get the
I guess the TV rights would be.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it
because the TV rights.
The TV right here with the conference bowl.
The SEC already got.
You already got the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But them bowl games, them just whatever. Them all gonna be ESPN anyway.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So now that could be the Holiday Bowl, the Boca Bowl, or whatever bowl. You know what I'm saying? Now just the bigger bowls. You know what I'm saying? Cotton Bowl, whatever. That aren't in the top four. Rose, orange,
because they gonna get
sugar and whatever.
Because getting teams to play in it gonna be.
That's what I'm saying. If you make those, but now. With the other bowl games, I think it's gonna hurt them. You know what I'm saying? So the Cheeses Bowl is, they may not get a bigger team in. They're gonna have to be Western.
Yeah, think about it too. Though the reason why because most right. I'll tell you why though. Because most bowls, like when I was playing ball, you get like perks. So you getting a watch, you getting extra per diem, whatever. Them guys don't need it no more. So what the person be playing the bowl, like I
just buy my own watch.
You know what I'm saying? So they getting the money already. So it's not like
I don't eat cheeses.
Yeah, so it's nothing you can do to influence them when you go out there and play. You know what I'm saying? And then the coaches don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Because remember a while ago, the coaches would use the 14 practices for the young guys and get ready for it, whatever. I don't even think they really don't too much care about it because
you can't develop like that anyway. So.
That and then you got the porter coming.
Right.
Like I'm not the one trying to develop them anyway. I got a kid. You know what I'm saying? For the come right now. So I just think like there's gonna be another issue too with the bowls. I think the bowls gonna come in another issue.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it doesn't go all the way left like that. Hope teams, some teams still support. I hope this is just a one-off year type of thing, or maybe they.
No, we said that with McCaffrey. Remember, he said, "Oh, it's just one-off that he ain't gonna play in the bowl game." Remember
now with the player thing, I understand. Like, because
but before he did it, it was
it was.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because is one linebacker. Matter of fact, at Notre Dame, Jalen, I want to say his name was Jalen Wright.
Broke his leg.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Ole Miss quarterback, Matt Corral.
Yeah.
He broke his leg. You know what I'm saying?
And but that's what I'm saying. Players getting hurt even before that time. Right. It was so foreign for you not to play. You know what I'm saying? And then once he did that, it was like, wow. Yeah. Then now it's another situation now coming up.
Now the NCAA, with what power they do have, they could step in, or the committee could step in to be like, all right, listen, if y'all sit out a bowl game, that means next year is gonna hurt you next year with your playoff status. Do something like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, okay, nigga, y'all gotta play. You know what I'm saying? That's a way to do it. Yeah. If I was ESPN. Because the ESPN has the rights to all these bowls, to the Cheese Bowl, to the Boca Bowl, to the Pop-Tart Bowl.
The contract you talking about?
With the contract, I would go to the committee. Hey, man, listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, help us out here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We rub y'all back, you watch out, you know what I'm saying? So it makes you tell these teams they got to play these bowls.
I hear you on that, but you can't do that to the SEC team. So it's like, the SEC got their own rule. Like, not just that, Mike.
But how many SEC? I wish I had the list right now, but I don't think that many SEC. I don't think there's any SEC teams that set up.
You know why? Because a lot of times the SEC teams, Because money goes back to the conference.
Right.
So I think they get a fine. Because the couple teams you're talking about, they got a fine. They got a fine like $500,000.
Yeah. See, there you
go. They don't get the fine because they know they're independent.
Right.
So you don't get the fine. So even though the other teams did, they get the fine. Now, you could not accept like Florida State, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't accept because Florida State was like the third team. Like this team declined, and they went down to Florida State. So they don't get a fine for that.
Right.
But the initial team,
who
selected, you say no, the conference can fine you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think with Notre Dame, it's a win-win for them because they don't have to get fined for it. It's just they get a bad. It's a bad look for them. You know what I'm saying? But they're the first one to do it.
Yeah, I mean, and a
lot of people argue Florida State should did that in 20.
Oh, with Travis went down.
Yeah, I mean, say she did. Because their program has not recovered since.
Yeah, I mean, as bad as some of people look at like Deion Sanders or whatever, he had the transfer portal scrimmage.
Oh yeah.
Coaches, okay, like if you love you want to help the players out, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Let them play the ball. You ain't got to coach it, let your GA coach it or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let them, you know what I'm saying? Let them play the ball game so kids get their film out.
Prime look down on that.
The seniors, they do have seniors. Those are still a thing.
Yeah,
they want to play a bowl game.
Prime look down on that one. Prime look down on that one.
All coaches should be doing that. All coaches should be doing that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the new age. It's a new world.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
The only problem I got with Prime is recruit high school. The Porter thing, he do a great job with the Porter.
I'm 100% with you on that. Prime need to be doing a lot better. He don't do house. He don't do home business. Nothing. He don't come to schools.
I mean, for Prime to be ranked, it was 81st, 80,
something years,
82. For Prime to be ranked that low in high school, man, you talking about dog? This Deion Sanders, man. Deion Sanders walk almost every high school.
Now I wonder how much of his health played into that.
Okay, say that. You could send a coach out with that polo on. You could send Warren Sapp out.
Yeah, you could.
You could send a guy who we don't even know. He just got Colorado on his polo.
You could.
Oh, he gonna get respect just walking in. You walk in with that white shirt, that little bull or whatever they got with that gold. Come on, with that gold C or whatever. Man, you gonna get that's Colorado coming through. Man, that's crazy.
I agree because you know what? Because
it's a bigger problem than Colorado is down here in South Florida. We say it for South Florida because we think we know Prime from Florida, but it's a bigger problem out there in Colorado. Like they don't even recruit like that in Colorado.
No, you don't.
You see what I'm saying?
Because you don't think there's no
players out there, right? And there's some players out there going like signing to Alabama, signing to Texas. Yeah, you look at the last recruiting class. Some of the guys from Colorado.
See, going into next year for him, this would be it would have been his fourth recruiting class, or third recruiting class.
Think about what it would.
So what he could be, you know, what I'm saying, he could have
crazy
with you know what I'm saying, like the high school.
That Prime really focused on the man.
That should be. That gonna be crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
crazy, man.
Yeah,
you don't understand, bro. He got tried them out of high school.
Yeah,
that was the best players.
Kamani McLean.
You know what I mean? Kamani. You know what I'm saying? Kamani turned out good at Florida. So
they had number one offensive tackle last year or 2 years ago.
Right. He turned out good. And the corner they got there now. So all the high school guys are turning out good. So if he would have really focused on it, because he got an eye for high school talent. You know what I'm saying? Because his son, one of the greatest quarterbacks, came out of Colorado, top 5 at least.
Doing his thing
and
right
then,
now.
The cornerback, Travis, he's one of the, he's high school. He came out of high school. You see what I'm saying? So he got an eye for it.
Yeah. What's the receiver that's at Carolina right now too?
But did he get him out of high school? One that
no, he came from USF. No, he went to USF. He was at USF. He was at USF.
Yeah, but his best came out of high school.
Yeah, he could have went to high school and just murdered it.
I'm telling you,
took
man,
all that.
I don't know why though. He got this.
I guess you know what it is. I think he fell into that microwave mentality, that win now, gotta win now mentality.
But he said he had a pro mindset. You're gonna treat like a pro. Like you get a few draft picks a year, but you do. Remember he said that, but you do free.
But he learning fast that college is not the pros.
They don't work.
You know what I'm saying? In the college, not the pros. You do have to build a foundation.
Yeah.
The best you can in this portal area. You got to build some kind of foundation.
And
you get portal players, but
in the NFL, you can keep your players as long as you want to keep them.
They can't just leave.
You just can't leave, or they just don't get out of eligibility.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if I get a transfer in, and he already a junior, I ain't got another year with him. If I get a guy in, is on a second, it's 2 more years left on his contract. I can re-extend him. He could be with me another 4 years. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how NFL is different than college. That's why high school is so important. We are the lifeline of your program.
True.
So you got to do it, man. I know the portal look good, but we're the lifeline, bro.
I mean, because every team who was I guess I don't say every team, but most of the teams that's in the playoffs or having good successful season, yes, obviously they all got portal kids, but they also have a foundation of high school kids, high school recruiting, who do stay. Not every kid goes to portal. You know what I'm saying? I get a lot of them do, but not every kid goes to portal. Some kids do just want to have that C on their chest. Some kids do want to have that Florida State on their chest. Some kids take pride in the U. You know what I'm saying? Like they really believe like the U was. I was a little kid. I saw this. I saw that. You know what I mean?
Any situation that has an inspired eligibility situation, right? Mm-hmm. What you bring in from the youth is going to be your lifeline. Same way in high school, right? Mm-hmm. The other people get mid-year kids coming to their program, but your lifeline really is your 8th grader going tonight, the one that come through your program. That's the foundation of your program. Do kids sprinkle in, sprinkle out? Yeah, that's going to happen. But your foundation, if you got a good pipeline from 8th grade to 9th grade, you're in a pretty good position.
Yeah, I mean, something Prime need to be looking into. You know what I'm saying? Looking into like now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because time running out.
This may be the last year. If you don't have a good year this year.
I mean, I don't know if it's the last. I think just the money talk, man.
They kind of, it's hitting the fan over there, man.
Yeah, but it's because they came from so low. Mm-hmm. They was 1-9, or 1-11, excuse me, before.
Yeah.
And the year before they was like 2-10. The year before they won like 4 games. So they was so bad. I think he has a long, long leash. I think his health gives him an extra year or two. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna have some sympathy for him. So he gonna say, "Oh man, I was in the hospital, had 14 surgeries. What y'all want me to do?" They gonna say, "You know what I'm saying?"
I think I can see the tone changing.
The stand, I mean, yes, the tone is changing, but I think the stands are still packed.
It is.
The ratings are still high in them games. You know what I'm saying? Now it's not as high as they was.
Well, Prime boosts that. So when Prime boosts that, he showed people what it can be. Because before, again, they went through a down period, right? Mm-hmm. But we know Colorado was something different, right? I know Charles Johnson and Cordell. It was packed.
Rashawn
Salon. Everything was packed. They were playing Nebraska every year with when Nebraska were in the Flexbone, Lauren Phillips, them and all that.
Eric
Bieniemy.
Eric Crouch.
They had Eric Crouch in Nebraska. Eric Bieniemy.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, Colorado.
Deion Figures. Yeah. That's why to this day it's mind-boggling that you retired Shedeur Sanders' number.
Come on.
Deion Figures wore 2 first.
Crazy.
Deion Figures was the next prime in my mind. It went prime time. Be honest with you, I'm a Miami fan, but it went prime time. Terrell Buckley.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Prime time to Terrell Buckley. Fred Rury out of University of Florida. Deion Figures was in that. They're from Colorado. Mm-hmm. Charles Woodson. That run of corners from 91 to 89. I'm telling you, man. And Deion Figures was one of those guys. So the fact that Deion Figures can he go to Colorado to a game, he see number 2 hanging up.
Yeah,
and it's not Deion Figures.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So Prime, man, and then Cordell Stewart is not up, man.
I think I don't know if it was Cordell or somebody else who was saying that Prime ain't really rocking with the Cordell alumni like that. He not bringing them in that or reshaping them.
Man, Charles Johnson, them boys.
Yeah, he could have hired Eric Bieniemy. When because Eric Bieniemy went to UCLA.
That's a whole different.
I mean,
I don't want that kind of, you know what I'm saying? Eric Bieniemy is a name there, though. Prime don't want that kind of.
But he's still Prime. He ain't gonna overshadow his name. You know what I'm saying? You bringing that.
But to them folks, Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah, I'm saying you bring him in, let him coach the offense or whatever. I mean, now they got to go offensive coordinator.
He may not be a yes man though to that.
No. That's why he didn't get a head job because they say he was real hard nosed, no nonsense. He ain't listen to you. He ain't need to be because of people lying
have some.
He's not.
I think Prime finna get set behind out of there, kicking them Pollard down.
No, I don't think
Prime had to go behind him, pick the Pollard. I can see Prime face man, come on, man. We ain't doing this now. I'm already.
But that's a D-line coach. You need that. You need that.
Now how Prime was looking, going behind him, picking him back up. Wow, listen. Prime looking boy, listen here. You finna get out of here.
Speaking of Prime, they just hired Brendan Marion, head coach who was at Sacramento State.
Offensive coordinator.
And now he's the offensive coordinator. Yep. The king of the go-go, the creator of the go-go system. Now, I don't know if you looked at his thing.
He's somewhere
every year. He was at Pittsburgh receiver when he had Jordan Addison. Texas
1 year.
And then UNLV.
1 year.
And then Sacramento State.
Yep.
I wonder why he went. I wonder why what happened. I mean, maybe the pay is different or whatever, but I wonder why he left the head coaching job at Sacramento State to go to be OC at Colorado.
I don't know. I can't see because I like stability. I like consistency. So he doesn't do well in that. You know what I'm saying? Now he does well wherever he goes. Like his first, he gonna do well. His first,
everywhere he goes, he do well.
Yeah, he do well. He just have that in his mind that he has to move. You know what I'm saying? He gotta stay on the move. And I don't see him being in Colorado longer than 1 year. No, he'll go there and he'll go somewhere else. So it's definitely a very, very, very tough situation that he left those guys. And I think it's right out the Sunday.
Right out the Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, that's tough, bro. That's tough, man. Yeah. Like,
I guess he wants to be a head man at the FCS level. You know what I'm saying? Like the group of folk. He's trying to be a G4
coach. The job though. He just got there.
Yeah, I guess this is from the start. Again, I don't know, man. Like from the stuff I was reading, it seemed like he took the sack job thinking that was going to be his entry into one of these new bigger jobs that opened up that he didn't get. And I guess maybe he's like, this the fastest pathway for that is that
OC,
at Colorado or whatever. Yeah, now, if you go turn Colorado around,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you roll the dice on yourself.
You
can almost find yourself out to be a position coach if you don't go right there.
I think he'll be OC somewhere else because he's too good.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like,
everywhere he goes, he's too good.
But not where he want to be. So if you go, for example, I think Tony White is good at Florida State as a DC. But if Mike go down, if you talking about 6-6, right? He goes down. Think about he goes 6-6 and he goes down. Tony White is not gonna get to show that right now because I'm not going to take a coach who won 6-6 and make him my DC, especially the power 4.
Right.
Because fans look at all that kind of stuff, right? So you're looking at a coach like man, you just went 6-6 here. You finna come coach my defense? Like, no. They look at that kind of stuff like that. So I say the same thing, Brandon. Yeah, he could be good, but if Colorado goes 6-6, which is very, very realistic, right? They go 6-6. He wasn't part of this last year group that won 3 games. You see what I'm saying? But he gonna go down with this last year group if Prime doesn't look good. If they fire Prime, is what I'm saying. Yeah. So he kind of rolled the dice with that. You know what I'm saying? Because same thing I said with Gus Malzahn. You know, they was 2-12, 2-10, but you came in. Yeah, y'all better. Y'all was 4 well, no, they weren't 4-8. What was they this year? 5-7.
Yeah, so yeah.
You 5-7, much better year. But for the people who looking at it like, nah, this is Florida State. Like, throw everybody out with the water. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it from that standpoint. So it's hard to, you know, you never want to get on with somebody when they're at the end of it. If you're gonna catch someone in the middle, you see what I'm saying, or in the beginning. But you get on it at the end of it, that's a tough situation, bro. Like, you know, because you may get thrown out with the bathwater. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he could. I mean, if Prime get fired, well, you think he had to go back to like HBCU or G5?
Prime get fired. First of all, he get fired. HBCU ain't gonna take him because they know what happened with Jackson State.
Somebody take him.
I don't know about that.
Somebody take him because they're gonna look at the money. They're gonna look at the what Jacksonville State built off of him. You know what I'm saying? What they got. That community got millions and millions of dollars in Jackson, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? That school got a lot of publicity. They got a lot of money.
That's true. I just don't think they rolled the dice, but cause they know he's looking to go. So I don't know. They rolled the dice with him. I think he does get like a G5.
That's like saying if Rihanna come available, you know, nigga ain't gonna mess with Rihanna because they know she been with a bunch of other niggas. Like she gonna go somewhere else. I'm gonna enjoy this money that I got.
Right. But I do think if you're on the same level as Rihanna, you see what I'm saying? I like that analogy, right? Mm-hmm. But say this right here with Rihanna. Say Rihanna worth whatever she worth.
Right. 100 million.
100 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
The dude who also worth 100 million is not gonna roll the dice like that. The dude who's less than 100 million could roll the dice with that. But an institution on the same level as Prime. So my thing is, what I'm saying is, yeah, I can go Rihanna, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm on the same level as her, right? And she can do the same thing she did to him.
Yeah.
Or I can go a lot lower than Rihanna and get a little bit more loyalty because I don't need it.
I guess yes, you could. I guess it depends on how you going into the situation. I'm going into the situation like, okay, that's Rihanna. I already know how she do with niggas. You know what I'm saying? Right. But so I'm gonna just enjoy the time I do get. I know I'm gonna get some benefit from it. I'm gonna work the red carpet. You know what I'm saying? She gonna tweak stuff.
But okay, I got all that. But say you already doing that.
Yeah, but ain't no billionaire ever been like, I got enough money.
That's what I'm saying. No, but say you already doing that, and so do you go get the headache with that, or instead of going over here, I got a lesser headache with this?
Klay Thompson with what's calling him?
I don't get it. Right. I don't get it. So that's my point of what I'm saying. So if I'm him, Michael Jordan never did it. Right? Yeah, Kobe never did it. You see what I'm saying? So you got some that never did it, and you got some that will do it. So what I'm saying is, if I'm a school, do I go using Prime as the Rihanna?
Right.
Do I go take the Rihanna when I can go and get give me somebody?
No, say Beyonce. You'll get
Beyonce just
that's Beyonce. I don't know. Neil Long.
Okay, there you go. So go give me Neil Long, who's on Rihanna level.
Right.
Neil Long, less headache.
A lot less headache.
Seem
a little more loyal.
Sanaa Lathan.
Definitely see it.
You see what I'm saying? Go give me Sanaa Lathan. You go get Rihanna. You and me. Now, I don't want to use Rihanna because Rihanna really ain't doing all that. Rihanna married, got kids.
Not most, but she used to be.
Oh, she used to be out there like,
that's because around, she was baseball players and
she did.
Yeah, man. I
ain't never know Rihanna do all that kind of stuff.
This is not a gossip show, but we talk about.
I'm just saying.
She was there.
Okay, well, what I'm just saying. So what I'm saying is
Drake and all those.
Go get Sanaa Lathan,
right? Who
ain't got no history of all that stuff. Ain't no NFL player, no NBA player. I don't remember nobody dating Sanaa Lathan like that.
But like if you were HBCU though, you gonna take a chance on Rihanna on Prime. You know what I'm saying? HBCU.
Now if I get Sanaa Lathan,
I don't think Sanaa Lathan gonna bring you the same entertainment. Ain't gonna bring you the same.
That's what I
don't think she's gonna bring you the same as Rihanna gonna bring it to you.
Yeah, but you need peace. But because you're looking at your cousin down the street at Jackson State and what they went through. So,
right.
You bring me Sanaa Lathan. Listen, he kept calling me. He told me what she did. You know what? I'm gonna take Sanaa Lathan, bro. I ain't got no headache. I put my head down at night. I ain't gotta worry about to talk about it.
I feel you, but from the HBCU analogy aspect, you're gonna be thinking like, well, at least I'm gonna get my bag up for these next 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Next year, I'm gonna get my bag up, and I'm gonna get some players.
Now, what you with that now? If the bag is low, like I said, if you pick a team that's like that, that's in need of a bag.
Now, if you're talking about like I know they hired Brian Hartline, but let's say if you're talking about like a USF, then I'm with you. Go Sanaa Lathan. Right. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to get them out. Go Sanaa Lathan. Go Nia. Go Regina King.
Because a lot of them, that's what a lot of them is. Like they don't want to give up all the what comes with Prime. You know what I'm saying? All the ownership you got to give Prime in the sense of that. You know
I mean, but it's. I mean, it's. I guess it depends on like you got to give up a lot because you can't really tell him too much. You know what I'm saying? Because he can be like, well, nah, I just go somewhere else.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I think that's what happened at USF at first. They were talking about like that's what. It was some of that kind of threw them off with USF because they didn't want to give up too much.
Right.
Like with Prime, you're gonna get them, but you got everything that comes with Prime, man. Prime gonna change everything, the color of the school, the color of this. Like, man, come on, Prime don't even do the fights on in Colorado, they said. You know what I'm saying?
He don't do none of that.
Yeah.
Now, Brian Hartline at USF now.
I like
the hire.
Huge for our state, man. Those kind of names, huge for our state.
No, I think he's
a Splash. We talked about the Splash.
That's a splash. Yep. That's a Splash hire. USF did a great job with get that Splash hire. You know
USF might listen to the podcast or something. They wouldn't have got Brian Hartline.
Because you do got to have some splash in there. You got to have some fluff in there to keep your program going, to build that program.
That was huge, man.
I think he's going to do well down here. I know X's and O's wise he'll do well. He was at calling plays and everything at Ohio State. But he not coaching the.
Yeah, I think
he's still coaching.
Yeah,
the team.
Yeah, Ohio State.
Yeah. If you was a head coach, would you allow him to?
Yeah, because he's just if he's OC.
Yeah, you're not calling. So in this scenario, you're not calling plays. You the head man.
Right.
He's calling plays.
Right. Yeah, I think about it a while though. Cause they've been together for a long time. So they've been together for a long time. You know the character of the person. I think Saban didn't know Kiffin that long like that.
Right.
So they didn't develop anything. But if you coach with a guy that long, like Hartline been there for a while.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And he know he's gonna have Ohio State best interest at heart. You see what I'm saying? So in that position, let's go ahead and finish this thing out. Then you go ahead and go do what you gotta do at South Florida.
On the inverse, if you Brian Hartline, would you still call plays?
Yeah, because I recruited pretty much all of those guys. So I'm gonna finish the mission. Like I recruited Jeremiah Smith and Tate and Ennis and all them boys, right? So I recruited all of them.
But you
even the guys at Vero that's there.
You can be on the block, right? You can trail right now though.
Yeah, I'm still recruiting for South Florida.
I'm saying, but you could be like, but you can't be on the trail and up there. You know what I'm saying? Game plan.
No. But I'm gonna be talking to the staff at South Florida. You see what I'm saying? So like a lot of time, head coach not getting out anyways.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you just give me the intel. And when I need to close, you bring the kids to me. Yep. But for the most part, Kevin Patrick, all them guys is on the road in South Florida.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your staff is, you know what I mean? And they kind of give you details of what's going on. You see what I'm saying? So I don't need to really be on the trail.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I would say if I was head coach at that time, getting a new job like that, especially my first job, I would start out on the road. My first year would be on the road.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To get my name out, I need to get in faces. I need to get the high school people faces.
Yeah.
I need to meet mamas and daddies and high school coaches. I need to be there. You know what I'm saying? So now next year, as I kind of establish that, then I can kind of send the guys.
But your image though, your image on that landscape, kids seeing your name. Because think about it, the same thing with Shepard doing now at Alabama. He still finished with Alabama before he go to Oregon State.
Yeah.
The one that's a tough job at Oregon State. So you still kind of have that. You know, you had two places at the time, whatever at the same time. But I think you also you have a loyalty to the situation that you built. Now, if you weren't there that long, right? I just got there, or whatever. If I was like Willis Simmons, that dude,
right.
Yeah, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean. I'm going to start FIU. But if I'm like Brian Hartline, who I don't spend 10 years at least,
yeah, and he went there.
And he went there. So it's like, let me go ahead and finish the deal and then get to South Florida then. Now, the bad part about this can go all the way to mid-January or so because they can go.
That's what I'm saying. They can mess around and go. Now you're in January mode. And
it's a little minute. Yeah. So you got to push everything back. Spring got to start a little later. Winter workouts got to start a little later. All that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, I might get it. I guess I see both sides. You know, why you want to kind of stay, but then also see like, man, I need to get up out of there. I need to get
your own program.
I need to get it going because feel like if you ain't doing it, you know, especially early, you know, because it's kind of like if you start it right from the beginning, then it kind of, you know what I'm saying, now it's kind of can go on its own. You know what I'm saying? If you implement your standards.
Now you're going to be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That's human nature. You're gonna be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know what I'm saying? But I also think that you have to kind of understand, like, you know, I kind of started this, let me finish this with the guys. You know what I'm saying? Give us the best opportunity to win a national championship. That also goes to my resume. So, and for your kids, they know what you're doing. They see you on that stage, like that's head coach. He's coaching over there doing that. You know, and when I get there, I get there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna finish the mission. But that's when you go out and get those kind of guys who got that kind of success. You know, because Lane wanted to do that.
Yeah.
He stuck there and told him not to. But Lane was gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, but you know, because Lane he was gonna screw him up.
Yeah,
he was gonna take.
Well, he gonna take something.
You know what I'm saying? But he was gonna do it.
Yeah. Hartline gonna do it too. The kids who ain't playing, Hartline gonna take those.
Yeah, he gonna. Yeah, he gonna take it.
And they gonna put something out.
He gonna take some. He gonna take some coaches too. He gonna take.
And they gonna put some. They gonna put some players out. Like the transfer portal work both ways.
Yeah.
So I know people read it and say I'm entering the transfer portal. They're not telling you the truth about why some of them is getting pushed into the portal. Some of them are leaving to go to the portal. Don't get me wrong now. But you have a lot of them that's getting pushed into the portal. Hey, you know, you really, you know, this ain't the spot for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, I wish you well in the future, but this ain't, you know, we got to move on from you. Because kids don't understand, you got to re-up those scholarships every year. So it's not guaranteed. When you sign a scholarship, I hear kids all the time saying, for the next 3 to 4 years of no, for the next 3 or 4 months, you finna have this, you know what I'm saying, or whatever that time. But you have to re-up that scholarship every year. So some of those kids are getting pushed into the portal. So they're not gonna tell you that part. They're not gonna say, "Oh man, coach pushed me in the portal." So that some of them do come out and say that, but most of them don't come out and say that.
Right.
But that portal work both ways. So you know, around they gonna tell some kids, "Hey man, Coach, Hartline finna go down to South Florida, man, and you know you ain't really gonna play here." So that's probably your level right there. So hey, you know, go Hartline, and then they'll drop a little edit. I'm going to the portal.
I mean, because you know, because with the portal, and as far as college got time and the way things work now, even all coaches are always looking for the next anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, they're looking without portal, they're looking next with recruiting class. Now with portal, they feel like, okay, I can get the next right now. And they ain't a 2-year process. I need that right now. And I feel like, and they, you know, they tampering anyway, you know what I'm saying, before the portal opens or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So they already know gonna be in. Brian Day pushing the kid out, it's because he know he got another kid coming in already, you know what I'm saying?
You need that spot.
Now I wonder how long before, man, I just, you know, I asked the question last week and I sent you something today about national championship for high school. I sent you the little thing about brackets and everything like that. And which I you know, which again, I said last week, I don't think they should just be called a national championship. You should lead it and not have a national championship as far as high school wise. But if you're going to have one, you might want to put it into a bracket. And I wonder how long before all this stuff really starts trickling down to the high schools. You know what I'm saying? Because now, if money keeps going up, Georgia high school, think about Georgia high school coaches. They get paid $100,000, $200,000 now, and it's only going to keep going up. Right. Texas coaches only going to keep going up. Eventually, hopefully, praying to God, Florida money keeps going up as far as high school coaching and everything like that.
So you can see a little bit of it moving now. Florida now, obviously they came out with the realignment. But on top of the realignment, you're finna have open division, which is essentially that. Mm-hmm. So the open division taking the top 8 to 10 players or 10 schools, and they're going to something totally different than what everybody else going into, right? So everybody else, you playing in essentially your own deal bowl or not bowl, but the old playoff system.
Over here, state playoff.
This team, these 8 to 10 they finna figure this out over here, right? Now, that's the early part of that. Now, if you can get every state to do that, right? Mm-hmm. Get every state to do that, and the winner of that particular state. So you're only going to take the top 5 or 6 states. Mm-hmm. Louisiana, Florida, Texas, Georgia, Texas, Cali, probably Alabama.
Yeah.
Right? Because they kind of making some noise.
South Carolina got some.
South Carolina.
Tennessee, depending on how you want to do it.
Well, however, whatever the top.
Ohio, right. The big,
whatever you look at as the power 4, right? In our mind, maybe power 8, whatever it may be. By the power 8, you're taking each top team that want that open division bracket, and you're putting them
into their own.
There you go, right? So you're putting them because they want that. So you're putting them into that, and they playing for a national championship. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you because like right now we have it. So for what happens right now, you have the regular teams, everybody playing, district play, and then from that, you're taking what Mass Prep look at as the top ranked teams in the state of Florida. And those guys are going to open division, right? Which means that you guys separate from all of this over here. This is good, but this is not y'all. Right. You see what I'm saying? So now these guys are playing for the open division championship, which is a true state champion. Right. You see what I'm saying? No matter what we do over here or whoever do over here, it don't matter.
Y'all, for your class, you
right.
Class.
Yeah, your class. Yeah. Right. There you go. For your class, you're state champion. Right. But over here, this is a whole different class. Right. You see what I'm saying? The class is up here. Your class is down there. Right? Right. So, you won that state. Congratulations. Right. Right? Kind of like how independent is, right? You want that independent, whatever the abbreviations are, right?
I don't care who won.
There you go. Whatever. These are the state champions over here, right? That's what they got going on. Now, on top of that, what we finna do this year, because think about what an independent finna go now. Because now you're finna have independent, the regular one that we're talking about, that we're accustomed to, and now you have open division.
And you got the FIT for right now,
Right, okay, FIT.
Yeah, independent.
You put FIT in front of independent.
Independent.
FIT, the real one. Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna say the real one, but the regular one. Yeah. And then the open division. You see what I'm saying? So now that open division look down to everybody else like, that's cool, man. But this is a whole different situation up here. Mm-hmm. So how about we take this open division, right? Take the top 10 open division. Say, for example, whoever win it. I don't know if IMG will be able to get in that, but IMG win it, right? Or that first academy school, whatever. Mm-hmm. They win that, right? Okay, that's the top team in that open division, state of Florida. Say Georgia have one. Okay, Bruford won Georgia. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Hoover won Bama, right? You keep going from school to school, right? Yeah. Cali had Modern Day won, right? Yeah. So you get all those schools, St. Francis in Maryland, right? Yeah. So you get all those schools, and then you make up that
national championship bracket.
There you go. And then now you go from there, and they play each other out until the winner actual true national champion. That's how you do that. But we seeing it right now with our open division. Because right now, the open division, like, think about how it's going to look.
And let's say, you're right. Because
it's crazy how you say, I ain't want to cut you, but look, I mean, what we doing though, man? Like, independent, independent, FIT, what we doing, man?
Who was what? Who
was
really a state champion?
Man, like, this is crazy, man. Like, just if I don't make it, I don't make it. I'm going to come back next year and work harder.
Right.
But all this other stuff, and I don't like how this looks, so let me go over here and go independent because I don't like what they doing over here. And then you're looking like, okay, well, we're going to make y'all, we're going to be okay because we're going to take the top guys and get them out of there and let them play open division so let y'all play each other out. Come on, man. Like, because think about it. When you got open division. Say you win state in 6A, because the new thing is 6A. Say we win state in 6A. Mm-hmm. But Vero went into open division. is that truly a state? You know what I'm saying? Like Vero supposed to be playing.
Right, supposed to be playing whatever. How do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know Vero gonna beat that team?
That's what
they
I'm
may.
saying.
I mean, but they might not.
You don't know. Yeah, you don't know till you play. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I think
it's getting once you start really talking about it and really laying it out, it's really crazy how everything is going.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like with that's why it's my mind. I'm just thinking this national it's all going to funnel down to high school. Yeah. It's all like eventually colleges. I think the playoff going to eventually went from 4 to 12. Right. It's gonna go 12 to 16, and I think in 20 years from now it's gonna be 16. It's gonna be 20 teams. It's gonna be 20 team playoff.
So a normal high school year is like a G5.
It's gonna be like that. I think eventually the conferences they're gonna start. Conferences already start
filter out a little bit,
filtering out anyway because teams leaving one conference. I'm going from this conference to this conference. Yeah. I don't like this conference. No, Texas A&M they go from Big 12 to SEC. Yeah. Texas go from Big 12 to SEC. They go. It ain't Pac-12 no more. It's Pac-10 or whatever it is now. Right. It ain't the Big 10. You got more big.
And now we have that ability, right? Team yesterday, see the realignment, all like that. I'm call the independent people. I'm going over there.
So now you saying the high schools can look at you. You can post the classifications. You can look at it early and then call the people and say, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do it.
Move me here.
Right.
Or move me out of there. Right. Or if you want to move me, I'm going to independent. Now, hopefully they let me in. Right. If they don't let me in, I just say, I'm just doing my own thing. Damn. I ain't know nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what if you know what I'm saying? like
Cole Hanna from Parkville, he was trying to explain the whole independent dynamic to me. I was like, man, that's crazy. I ain't know it's like that. But it's definitely interesting how, like you say, it's crazy, man. Like I didn't like those options of going to be different places and doing all this other stuff. Like you said, it's crazy.
With that, right? So now with the college football playoff, now teams was complaining about because you got the 2 at-large teams in. You know what I'm saying? Some people are like, okay, you ain't have to put Tulane in there. You could have put Notre Dame in there.
Yeah.
And only let JMU in there. Or forget JMU or Tulane. Take both of them out.
They don't want them. They don't want them in there.
They put Tennessee in there, put Vanderbilt, put Notre Dame, put whoever in there. Right. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like, okay, I was put the question, so should there be a because the way they're doing everything now, should there be a
G5 have their own
G5 do their own thing?
Yeah.
I think
that's what they want to
have a G5 championship?
Yeah. I think that's what they want to do. But then guess what they call? That's D1AA. That's the old D1AA, right?
D1AA.
They did their whole thing, and you know what I mean? Because some of those teams came from D1AA.
A lot of them.
So you putting them back in D1AA without saying it.
Right, without saying it.
Yeah, you putting them back in there. Like, no, I don't, because that's what D1AA was.
Yeah.
So, no, that's doing the same thing.
Think about the Sun Belt. FAU and Jacksonville State.
Youngstown State, remember back in the day, used to win
FCS all the time.
They had their running back, you know what I mean? Or Georgia Southern had that.
Georgia Southern used to win all the time.
Right.
App State used to be in there killing it back in the day.
James Madison
was killing it back in the day. North Carolina. Marshall was in there, you know what I'm saying? FA used to be FCS.
For a little minute.
You know what I'm saying?
So you putting them back in there like that. So, I think they got to figure it out. This is what I said though, when I seen it. I say, well, the G5 team you want to put in, I think they have to at least play like 3 Power 4 schools.
Okay.
Right? At least 3 of them. Mm-hmm. Like take care of what you got to take care in your regular whatever, but you got to at least play 3 Power 4 schools. But I don't think the fact that you could play all G5 and then get in there.
I agree with that.
You gotta play like 2 or 3 Power 4s. You know what I'm saying on your resume, and then we can judge you based on that. Now, if you lose to all the Power 4s, you still won your conference, then you don't get in.
Right.
But if you beat those Power 4s and you won your conference,
well, if you go 2-1, against,
you got requirements again.
And that one got to look close.
Right. And I think you can get in there like that. But I think just putting them in just because they won Conference USA, I think you got to look at that, because you do got good teams that's out. That should be like you want to take the top 12 teams, and James Madison, Tulane is not the top 12 teams,
right?
Because you didn't put Duke in there. I know Duke had to be ranked, but you didn't put Duke in there based on them winning conference. You put Miami in because you felt Miami was on the top 12 teams.
Now, again, I don't know all the dynamics or the formulas or head-to-heads and everything like that. How did Duke even get in there?
So Duke got in there because Duke was 6-2, right? They were 6-2 because they all don't play each other, right? They all don't play each other. So Duke was 6-2, but based on the tiebreaker
of who, what tiebreaker?
Right. So the team that Duke beat and the team that they lost to, Miami lost to, whatever like that, the tiebreaker puts Duke in there. Now, What people are saying was you want to take say that everybody is assistant 2. And for assistant 2, you should be taking the highest ranked team and put them in there, not like the NFL does.
Yeah.
So you want to take if everybody kind of finished the exact same way, I think it's kind of where they take the highest, whatever. Yeah. So
and the head-to-head count with
head-to-head count as well, right? So they want to be able to. I think NFL probably do it just like how do it, but I think it don't matter for the NFL. But I just think like how the football is saying. You should have taken the highest ranked team, which has been Miami, and you put Miami in there with Virginia. So no matter who wins the game, one of them gets in.
Somebody
going. But the fact that you put Duke in there, it's only going somebody getting there if Virginia wins. If Duke don't win, nobody in your conference gets in. If Miami wasn't on the border this year.
Because it used to be, I thought at one point, either it was or is or supposed to be the ACC, SEC, Big 10, Big 12, whoever the conference winner, automatically get in.
But based on the ranking. That's the other language in there. So you had to take a team that was ranked in the top 25 that won conference. You couldn't take a team that wasn't even ranked in the top 25, and won conference, and we put them in.
So in 5-10 years, is the conference just gonna go away? Cause why do I need to play SEC? Why do I need to play SEC?
I think so.
For what?
I think eventually you're gonna get to a AFC NFC type split.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to be able to do it like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be conferences, but I think it's going to be. But see, they got them in divisions in NFL. Right.
So I think there still be. You got the division and you got your conference, and then you got
Right. So you still have like AFC North, AFC, South, EFC. So I think you still have that, but I think eventually you're going to break apart and get to that NFL model. I think even high school eventually. I think because right now everybody complaining about districts.
So with that, right? People complain about their districts and everything. That as far as high school, no, we're talking about high school. People complain about their districts, and I think we're gonna be in a 17 district.
Yeah. So, whichever side we get on.
Whatever side we get on, we're gonna have 6 guaranteed games that we gotta get, and then we gotta fill out the other 4. For whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, just like, like I said, that don't have nothing to do with the question I'm about to ask, but just like Notre Dame looked at, oh man, I didn't get into the playoff, so I don't want to play the bowl game. At one point in time, and I'm just using this team as an example. At one point in time, does Miami North, maybe not Miami North, because they're going to get in there, but Miami Central, they say, dang, we bought out this year, but we ain't make the open division. I don't want to play the 4A.
Yeah.
At one point in time does that start happening? Because I think that's down the line with this open division.
Yeah, thing. Because again, when you get to a point when you running, we're going to take some years of you running that, like you get in there.
Yeah.
And then when you get in there and 1 year you don't get there because you may say, we beat them and they put them in, but then put us in.
Right.
And you're like, no, if we ain't make that, we're not playing in this down here.
So now I got to come to the 3A?
So it's going to be like, yep. So I think so. I think it'll get to that point. I think some teams are opt out and say, no, we're not playing in that. You know what I mean? Because I think they're going to be an opt out and opt in situation for the bigger school.
You're right.
Like right now, it's so far down the line that we don't see it like they were like, nah, that'll never happen. You don't get to a point that you're going to have a team like St. Thomas or whoever that gets in the open division all the time to represent for a national championship. If they don't have a way to fight for a national championship that year, they only can play for a state championship, like a bowl win. They're going to say, you know what, man, we got 25 of those lined up, man. We won't have enough of those.
Right.
You know what I mean? If we don't make it to that, hey, we'll just start our all season early. You see what I'm saying? We'll turn our stuff in. We'll start our all season early and get ready for that next year. I really believe that's what's coming. I believe the national championship is going to be a bracket coming, and then I think they eventually going to play it because they're going to start putting they already have high school games on TV. That's what it is now. So take open division out, right? Take open division out, and you just do what we got right now. The FIT is that. So. People, you're going to say, no, we ain't going to do the FIT. You have people out this year. Right, yeah, people out this year. They ain't even seen it yet. They out this year. You're going to have a situation when so now that becomes a new FIT. So they have open division. This becomes, in their mind, the FIT, right? Now, the FIT teams that's normally there ain't going to look at it like that, right? But the teams that's like for example, you can't get St. Thomas to play in the FIT. No, they ain't. They wouldn't have done it. You see what I'm saying? So because that's so foreign to them. You see what I'm saying? Or Venice or somebody like that, Lakeland. Right. So it's so foreign to them, they're not going to do it. So it's the same thing open division. So if they start always getting to the open division race, right, competition, they're going to look at the regular state series as FIT. Like that's not playing for anything, right? They're playing for a state championship that what that is. Because we want that.
Because fans, once they start,
fighting for a national championship.
Once they start fighting for it, Miami Central fan like, y'all want 3A state, but y'all ain't get to the open division.
Right.
Y'all ain't get to the national.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
They eventually gonna get to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can just see it. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you gonna look at them like, hey man, y'all playing FIT.
Y'all
playing for
so
this.
what? Y'all won 6A state. Y'all ain't playing with the big boys.
We playing for this.
Yeah, we playing for this. We can't even. We ain't on something on the same level.
I think so.
I really believe that's kind of what it's.
That's a slippery slope.
I believe that's what it's coming to.
The state got to look at that
because eventually teams. Then it's gonna be okay with teams.
But you know what it is though. See, it ain't really the state. It's the coaches complaining and want to get them out of there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right,
so it really ain't the state. So it's a difference between the college football and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's the state coaches that's saying, oh man, Chaminade shouldn't be playing us, or Venice do this, or Lakeland do this, or St. Thomas does this, and whatever. And they need to play in their own division, right? It's those coaches that's saying that. So the state trying to please them and saying, okay, well, we'll create this open division for that. State don't listen to people, man, because I'm telling you, if you do that, you're going to get to a time, you're going to open up a whole nother can of something else. Like we just bringing it out right now. We sitting here right now on the podcast and just told you the issue is going to happen right now.
Tell you what's going to happen.
I'm telling you, like, I know you see this. I know you see this issue right now with people complaining about the powerhouses of the state of Florida, right? Mm-hmm. You have independent and FIT for that already. So if those coaches complaining about this team's a powerhouse and they always winning and they winning because they get all the kids come to school or whatever it may be, okay, go independent.
Yeah.
Right? Independent don't put up with all of that. The minute they get all them kids and all that and stuff like that, they gonna put you out of independent. You see what I'm saying? So go there. But if you try to tell the state that the open division is a good idea, that means you're getting all of the top teams in those classes and you put them in that class. So what happens to this? Now this becomes the new independent or the new FIT.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just a bigger version of it. But that's where it comes from. They trying to please the coaches that's complaining about about the powerhouses of things.
All y'all coaches doing too much complaining.
It is, man.
And
it is.
And it turns to like the coaches be like looking at, oh man, these kids they don't want to compete, they don't want to work, they don't want to do that. But then they go but the same coaches say I'm gonna go independent. I don't like what's going on in the FHSAA, so I'm gonna go independent. Yeah. So basically, people, all the team, whatever y'all feel you want to feel about this, but you go independent, you basically took your ball home. Yeah. And fine, y'all ain't doing how I like it, so I'm gonna just go over here. Right. And that's what all the teams did to get to the end. But there was no independent when was playing like that. No. Not for real. Like not that what it is now. No. You know what I'm saying? Like you just played. And that's what I'm saying. So you created that for them. You see what I'm saying? You created that for those schools already. But now people are still complaining. And so instead of going independent, you like, no, I don't want to independent. I want to play right here. Mm-hmm. I want them gone, right? Or I want them turned in. I want them whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And so the state said, okay, how about we take all of these teams, the ones that's good that y'all complain about, and let's put them up here. Let them play for a national championship, so to speak, or the true state championship. I don't know what they gonna call that. Whatever the superior, whatever,
whatever they call it. So
colossal champion,
right? So let's put them in that. Keep you guys playing in this, so you have to worry and complain about that, right? But they're gonna be the ones who always win this. What they gonna say? Man, why they not playing? No, the other team's gonna say why they not got there.
Oh yeah.
Right? Why they not up there?
Right? Yeah. I think it's gonna be twofold. You got the other teams looking at the teams always winning, saying, "Well, y'all need to go up there," and the other team's gonna be looking up too, like, "Damn, I could go up there and compete with them." Damn, y'all ain't let me in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not gonna stay at 8.
No.
In 3 years,
you're gonna span it.
You're gonna go to 12.
You're gonna span it.
Another 2 years after that. Yep. 15.
You're gonna span it. And you got too many of them now. That's what I'm saying. So you have FIT, you have all the independent leagues. Man, literally, man, I'm looking at the thing, bro. When the state dropped that realignment, go to the independent website on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Man, you know how many teams that's joining? We like to welcome this. We like to welcome. I seen one team I thought I'd never seen. Like one time, like, man, what this team doing? Like everybody going into it because they don't want to play in these big districts. You know what I'm saying? So, man, like end of the day, man, listen, you gonna win some, you gonna lose some, man. You know, it's football. End of the day, it's football. You gonna win some, you gonna lose some. You gonna win them all.
You ain't gonna win them all.
And you gonna lose them all.
It's been like that for years and years.
Yeah, so it's gonna be the case. But all that complaining and because now when you complain like that, you get the state to step up and do stuff. And what they're doing, they just trying to just please everybody. Right? How can I please everybody? Okay, I'm just gonna start creating other structures. I'm gonna start creating other platforms, other situations. You know, so that's what happened. So we went from Metro and Suburban.
Mm-hmm. Right.
At first, people were like, oh yeah, man, because people in the big city should be playing against people in the small town.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So now you went from that.
Even beat people
Right.
forever.
So people started complaining, like, no, that ain't it, man, because you got all the city people and got some people in the country like, no, we can play with them, whatever. Right. All right, so let's take that out. That ain't work. Then we went back to what we got right now last year. Mm-hmm. Then they looked at that. The district too small. You know, about 3 of y'all in the district. Y'all always get to playoffs like that because you gotta be beat by one team. Yeah. Right. All right, let's take that out. All right, so let's take a class out. So now we're gonna have 6 or 7 teams in district, right? So you talking about, think about the side that we possibly can be on, right? You took out. Think about us if we want to complain. Say that we get in the north side because we don't know what because they made a mistake, they put us nowhere. Right. So say that we get on the north side, right? And we on the north side. You took the south side best team in Santa Lucis.
No, yeah.
And put them north.
Yeah, put them on north, yeah.
So if I'm Santa Lucis, guess what I'm thinking?
Hold on.
I'm complaining. Why'd you take me out?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I was good where I was at.
I'm good where I was. So you took Santa Lucis out, right? And in my opinion, you know, when talking about our district, in my opinion, you took St. Lucis out and put them in the SEC.
Right.
You put them in there with Jupiter, Palm Beach Central, Palm Beach Lakes, Wellington, and now St. Lucis. Then you took Lake Worth and threw them in there.
Threw Lake Worth in there.
So what Lake Worth gonna look like, man, what you doing? Right. So now you throw Lake Worth in there. Then you go take Garcia. Y'all going there too. Y'all want FIT?
Yeah, y'all going there.
Congratulations. Y'all going over there. Right. You see what I'm saying? Y'all going over there. So you look around and say, man, who in the South Division? Oh yeah. So we're gonna put Point Vista over there. We're gonna put Boca Raton over there. We're gonna put Spanish River over there, and we're gonna put a bunch of Broward County schools in there.
Coleman and whoever else.
Right, all in there. But I'm gonna take everybody else and put them all in the North Division.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what it did.
Man, what? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, man, like, what we doing, man? Like end of the day, what we doing? So now you're talking about even uneven. Because when you throw us in there, it's gonna be 7 teams in the North Division. It's only 6 in the South. Right. And out of the 6, only 3 of them is Palm Beach County. Right. Out of the 7 that's in North, all Palm Beach County. All Palm Beach County. And then you want to say to middle to high for its program wise, right? Yeah. Jupiter went undefeated last year. Yeah. Right? Let's go win the season. Jupiter had a win the season last year. Palm Beach had a win the season last year. Right. Palm Beach Lakes had a win the season last year. Right. Santa Lucia had a win the season last year. Right. Garcia had a win the season last year. And all of them in the same bracket. Go on the other side. Spanish River had a win the season. Boca Raton did not. Park Vista did not. You see what I'm saying?
Park Vista and then
no, Park Vista went like 4 and 6.
I'm saying they're on that side.
They're on that side over there. So you put all of them over there. So when you decided that, you had to really think this through.
Yeah, you had to think it through.
Because you ain't just throw teams over like that. You had to think that through.
I want to put all the good teams on this side.
Right. So I'm going to put all the good teams up here in the north side. And I'm going to put the teams
that's not
that just let Spanish River keep winning this.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. Let's just do that. That takes San Luis out of there. Yeah. Because that takes San Luis out of there and let Spanish River just continue to win. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of what they did in that first. They may change
ideation
it up.
Of it.
Yeah, they may change it up.
They may change
that first one when they came out, that's what they did. And but you look at throughout of it, that's what they did. Even with the one below us, you took Maury County for what they was and brought them down here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You put them in there with Royal Palm,
Gardens, right?
Gardens. I think Dwyer in there, Sonora Ridge in there. And you took West Boca out of there and put them south.
On the other side, yeah.
But with no Palm Beach County team.
No Palm Beach, yeah, right.
Just them.
Right, crazy.
That's what I'm saying. That's wild.
So
you know what I mean? So think about the Broad guys. Why you just why you take that one and put them down? Right. Why you don't give us this team?
Right.
You gave us West Boca and put West Boca in here with Broward teams when you could have just put West Boca with Palm Beach team.
Right. They probably checked the address and said it's Broward.
That's probably what they did.
They probably checked the address. That's probably
that's a Broward team anyway. That's probably what they did. Well, all these boys from Dayton.
All the way from Broward anyway.
Yeah, y'all go down there and play them. That's probably what they did. I ain't think about that. You probably
know what they did. Yeah, Broward.
Palm Beach kids.
Yeah, I got 2 Palm Beach kids in there. The rest of them Broward.
Rest of them Broward. That's probably what they did, bro. I don't know because it didn't make sense why they took West Boca and put them down there and put everybody else up top.
Yeah. Man, that's man. I didn't even think about it like that till you just said it. All this complaining is the reason why we have all these different things.
It's why we got all different things.
And then the independent.
Right.
And then in the state's way to try to keep from losing teams.
Right.
to the independent.
Right.
Now we got to do all these things so that y'all won't, leave.
And if you go down on Twitter, now they still complaining. People took one class out. Now we still complaining. Man, you put everybody in one district. You did this and did. Okay, you can't win.
You can't win. You can't make nobody else. You can't make everybody happy.
Can't win.
You ain't gonna make everybody happy.
Can't win, bro. So I just think like if this don't work for you, man, just go independent and then make your own schedule, right? And do and kind of follow that until you get your program where you want to get.
I think the state need to just go back to whatever
they did.
2009,
whatever
2004,
whatever they did
then. Yeah. Leave it there.
That's it.
And just you like it, or you don't.
That's it.
Because you're gonna care to keep changing.
And you can never understand it if you keep changing. We don't know. Remember at one point it was the district champion and the runner-up on the 2 wins in the playoffs. Right. That was it. So you knew right then we got to be either one or number two to get in. Now you could be anywhere from, especially right now.
Oh yeah,
so
you can be 4.
In North, our North side, you can talk about 5 teams to fight to get in there.
Come on, man.
You see what I'm saying? Because you're taking all. Again, I'm going to re-say this again. Jupiter had to win the season. Palm Beach Central had to win the season. Garcia had to win the season. Palm Beach Lakes had to win the season. Santa Lucia had to win the season. And all of them in the same division.
Right.
The only 2 teams that didn't. Wellington and Lake Worth. That was it.
Crazy.
The other 5 had to win the season.
Crazy.
So these other 5 could fight for a district spot. You see what I'm saying? And then, like I said, I'm calling it right now the SEC. Right, because the other side is not like that, right? The other side is not like that. So you get like 6 or 7 teams in the Orlando area, right? You don't get 5 teams out of that. That could get into that situation,
right? Like
Strawberry and all of those, like you know what I'm saying? May not get to that point,
right?
So we finna kill each other, right?
Yep.
And I'm gonna throw, even though Wellington haven't won the season,
but
they're going to be tough.
Yeah, they got players.
They're going to be tough. 21 personnel, under the center, trap.
Right.
Toss, counter.
They can get you.
I'm telling you. ISO. I'm telling you. So they're gonna be a tough group, right? And you already know how I feel about Lake Worth. If Lake Worth ever gets some athletes,
Lake Worth have played with their offense that they run.
With the offense they run, at Georgia Tech S.
Woo.
If they get some players in there, they'll be tough. If you play in Lake Worth and you just say, man, this week, man, we ain't got a game, we ain't got to study. I'm telling they can catch you. I'm telling you, catch you. So you talking about 7 teams in this group. 7 in this group all can play. Ain't nobody here that can't play. So you threw all 7 over there, right? And you threw a few teams over there in the South Side. But it's because of all the complaining.
All the playing.
Now, I respect what we're doing this year because you look at the state championship, we got 2 teams. They kind of only got 1 in the state championship this year. That's the first time ever. Since I've been coaching, for the most part. 1 team. 1 team.
Miami Northwest. That's it.
You got it's 6 of them, right? No Homestead.
Miami Central.
No Miami Central.
Booker T.
No Booker T. No Carol
Columbus.
City. No Columbus.
Carol City.
No Carol City.
No.
None.
Edison.
No Edison.
Jackson.
No Jackson. Nope. 1 team out of Northwest.
God dog.
And they complained down that day about that 1 team in the state championship game. Palm Beach got 2. They kind of football. Remember a long period of time it was South Florida, Broward and Dade. Remember? It was that for a little minute. You know, Broward and Dade. Broward right now got 4 teams in, 3 teams in. We have 2.
Yeah.
And Dade has 1.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know, man, that's crazy though.
Palm Beach kind of got 2 in this year.
When you
Carter and West Boca. That's why I always say, man, like the hate in our county, man, like as coaches, we got to start there, bro, because end of the day, like to have that pride in our county, it got to get to a point that we are represented every year in these state championship games. We can't go to state championship game or from our couch root for our teams to lose. We still want Newman to beat Chaminade.
Right.
Why we want Chaminade to beat Newman? Why?
Right.
You know, that's because they say that. Oh man, I don't want
they do. They don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't want Newman win that. Why you want Newman? Newman got West Palm Beach Car Newman. Well, when you look at the whole name,
West Palm Beach Car Newman.
Yes, and they have Palm Beach kids on there.
Yes, they do.
You see what I'm saying?
They got real Palm Beach kids on there.
It's not like a situation they don't have wrong. They got Palm Beach kids, and we talking about we want to see them lose. Right?
True.
Okay, I get your point about West Boca. You know what I'm saying? You look at West Boca as a Broward team, but they do have some Palm Beach guys on there. There's some of them on there for Palm Beach. Now, you can't sit and tell me every kid is from Broward Dade on there. So, come on, man. It still say West Boca.
Jamar Jerry.
Yeah, Jared.
Stay up the street.
What the quarterback? What the linebacker that left guards and Newman and went over there?
Oh,
he from Palm Beach.
Yeah,
he from Palm Beach. You know what I mean? I think who else?
I don't know.
What about the receiver that left Somerset, a DD or something?
Oh, Taken.
He got me from Palm Beach,
He might be. Yeah, because he was playing at Somerset.
Yeah, he probably
around
here. Somewhere around here.
Yeah, they probably got a couple of something right now up in there.
Yeah, what about the cornerback? He probably ain't from Palm Beach. The one side Louisville. You don't think?
I don't know.
All right, well, not him. Well, you know what I'm trying to say. We got some. Yeah, Hannaford used to be there. Ted wasn't there. Ted was Athletic. So yeah, we got some. But in the day, you still say West Boca, Florida.
Palm Beach County. Palm Beach County.
You know what I'm saying? So you want to see them actually win the game as well. So it's like, you know what I mean? Because in the day, still, when you look at it, it says Palm Beach County has two teams in the state championship game. And you want to support those people because at the end of the day, like I say, Dade only got one. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to go on a limb and say what other people say, like Dade football is starting to go down or be dead. I think they're going to sprout right back up. Because at the end of the day, you still thought South Ridge was going to be there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's not like you didn't think they're going to be there. Yeah, Booker T down and stuff like that. But, how long Columbus going to be down?
Not very long.
You see what I'm saying? So they'll be right. They'll be right back there. But
in two of those teams, Carol City down for a little bit, but eventually it'll swing back.
They'll swing back around.
Miami Central down for a little bit, it'll swing back. Yeah. Miami Norfolk was down for a little bit. Right. Now it's swinging back up. You know what I'm saying?
But see, the new thing divided them. Because think about this now. You put Central a different way, you gonna have Central and Northwestern both in state championships. Right. So the new alignment got them divided now. Mm-hmm. They don't got them in the same. They ain't playing each other. You see what I'm saying? So in the day, you'll kind of get it back to where you want to get it. But right now, speaking, let's have pride in our county, man. We got two teams in here. Dade only got one, and Broward has 3.
Stop all that complaining, man, too, man.
That killer.
We've been saying that.
That killers.
Last year, we were talking about, because they're already complaining about transfers and the time got players
and everything, man. Like, just play the game, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
If they're going to take the player, they're going to take the player.
That's it.
Like, it ain't really.
That's it.
If you should do a better job recruiting and keeping your players, make your players want to stay.
Yep.
It's just,
recruit your hallways, man.
I mean,
your hallway. And they still might leave. But in the day, that's what it is. It's been going on before us.
Way before
us, it's gonna happen, man.
When my daddy was playing, he was telling me school
guys will leave.
Atlantic. Come on, in the 60s.
Guys leave, bro. It's part of us. So that's what I'm saying. So don't get to a point of just because you complain to the state, they're gonna throw something else out there. They're gonna throw something else out there, and they would never kind of understand what's going on. Like now we gotta get used to this now.
Yeah.
So now even teams that we had on a 2-year deal this year, I don't know if we can make that work because I got to see what week is what. Because in the day, if they put us in that side, we're talking about. I mean, we got 6 district games.
So now you got to wait for the district schedule to come out.
Correct, because they're not going to be okay. Well, go Tmo. The first 4 games you got, the last 6 we got. You see what I'm saying? So they ain't gonna do that. They're gonna mix it up. So they're gonna go.
Week 2.
Week 2 is a district game. Week 5 is one. You know what I'm saying?
7, week 8.
So we gotta see how that work out. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, a couple of them gonna be. Some of them gonna be back to back. Week 5, 6, and 7.
Yep.
And then not 10.
You have to wait because you got to figure out when your bye week gonna be and all of that. So, that's gonna be. But again, we get used to this, and they're gonna take this back out. Oh, we're gonna add an extra class because people's complaining that they ain't have a chance at district. So we're gonna put another class back in, dilute it back out to get 3 teams.
That's how it went from 6 to 7 to 8. Remember, it was 8 a couple years ago. Then they brought it down to 7. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like,
keep playing it. And they're gonna look at this. Some teams are loving it because they're like, oh man, we get the old rivals back. Though, whatever it may be, right? Mm-hmm. So I get that. Some teams look at it as a positive. I look at it as a positive. I like it because it kills the whole scheduling thing. Right. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's one of our biggest complaints. We're like, man, the scheduling thing. You know what I mean?
No to us, like,
yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like the whole scheduling thing. So I think it takes that out because you'll know, okay, off rip, I got 6 games.
Yeah.
I just got to find 4.
Right.
You know what I mean? Instead of finding probably 6 games. You see what I'm saying? Or something like that, or 7.
Bass. You win another state, and then people start complaining about to get you out of there.
Yeah.
Win another state, Bass. Yeah. Win another state. Yeah, the way people complaining, Bad, they gonna come for you.
But I think
they gonna say, golly, how many states they won 6 in a row.
But you know what? Though? I think they're throwing so many teams gonna get thrown in there now. You know what I'm saying? I think the same thing with Kingdom. Like, it's so many teams gonna get thrown in because remember the new realignment has Jupiter Christian and American Heritage Delray both in district.
Right.
Now, obviously, we know they're not in there, so that's what I'm saying. So the state got to go back and get all them out too. So some of them districts gonna have less than 16s. You know what I mean? I can see some of the bigger schools that's still in the state thing that they're going independent. You know what I'm saying? So I do think.
But it's just gonna turn to the same thing now. You're gonna get too many independent teams in there, and then it's gonna start having complaining in there. They're gonna be like, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. You let this team in there, you let that team in there.
But I read something that said one team tried to get in there, I think from up north or somewhere, and then either the county declined it or independent declined it.
This year. They're gonna try again next year, they're gonna let them in. And then they're gonna win 2-3 championships, and they're gonna start complaining about them.
Right.
Because that's what everybody wanna do. They just wanna complain. Like it just.
But do you feel like that's what I'm saying? Like, okay, say you go independent, you win it though. Like, is that really?
You don't. Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like not like you're not. I get the complaining part, and I get the running and all that kind of stuff. Like to build your program up. Once your program up and running, you get back and compete again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You go and compete again. And the size of your school is kind of tough, man, to go independent anyways. Like kind of tough to say, okay, get these guys to go independent. It's kind of tough because the size. I get why the lower population schools does it, because in the day, if you take, like you say, Basden or Heritage for an example, you're putting them in 2 and 3A, which a lot of those schools are much larger when it comes to a football population.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you throw Jupiter Christian in there with Chaminade, like, come on. You see what I'm saying? Like, and we don't never get out of this. You see what I'm saying? Or you put I think American Heritage current, but they wasn't there back in the days. But currently put American Heritage in there with Glade Center and all of them, which they was in there back in the days. But it was a different landscape.
So American Heritage got what? They got a few state championships. So they was having down years. Eventually, you think it should come back up. I guess they don't have the same type of thing.
Open enrollment. Yeah. See, you true about that, right? But we use them as an example. But look at the team down the street. When we always at Osbridge with Doug. Right? Yeah. That ain't the same Osbridge that, you know what I mean? Open enrollment.
You're right.
Hey, if we say whatever they call the mission people is, hey, we need
you're right.
We need Raven Saunders. We need Trevor Holmes. We need CJ. We need Tyler. We need Willie Hampton. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We need Twan Burgess. We need Trey Green. We need Spider-Man, Trayvon Leonard. We need Tay-Tay.
Yeah, I ain't think about
We need Ronaldo Brown. Dorian Jones. Big Rob. You talking about those. What Raven say? Coach Tmo. Who win? Those Osprey team. You see him say this, or that 18 team at Palm Beach Central.
Right. It's gonna be battle.
And remember, I used to say, hold on, Ray, let me see.
It's gonna be battle.
And I used to call the kid, he'll call the kid. I say Dent, he'll say Spider. I say, yeah, you right, okay. I say, okay, give me Nato. Well, Nato was with us first.
Right.
I say, yeah, you right. You right.
Okay, we'll take the senior Nato. Right. We'll take the sophomore.
I say, okay, we got CJ run that thing. Tmo, we got to travel home. Yeah,
right about that's a different name.
Right, you know what I mean? So we kept going. We kept Keidron, he Dent, you know what I mean? I said, I like AJ. AJ wasn't, man, we had Trey Green, UCF. I said, yeah, Tyler Williams, Wake Forest. Yeah, but not all of them had Griffin Lampton went to Vanderbilt. Yeah, but we had Robert Holmes, Connecticut. We had Blaine, Colgate. When they hear go, I can say we had DJ Robinson that went to Dartmouth. Dartmouth, was it? What the school? It's like Cornell. It's the same as Colgate. I can't think of the name of the school right now.
Not Dartmouth?
It probably was that. Probably was that. And it kept going. We had Jay Ray at tight end.
Oh, yeah.
But they had AJ Garrison from Connecticut. You see what I'm saying? So it was like, but all these on the same team. Willie Hampton, Nebraska. CJ, Nebraska.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It kept going to that point. But we had multiple sports. We had one year, we had Marcus Cushing end up at Florida State. We had we had Trey Jack. They ended up going to North Dakota, South Dakota. Yeah. That was at Central, whatever. So those teams was crazy. But again, you got to think about it that Ospreys was letting all those kids in at a particular time, right? Those teams talking about with Heritage look just like those Osprey teams. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, GV4 alone was.
Oh my God,
GV4 alone
was loaded, man.
Greg Bryant alone was.
Offensive line. Rod Johnson, the guy who coaching that Park Bisonite. For the Florida. They had a receiver, I forget his name, that name Kane or something like that. end up going like to Illinois somewhere. Like they had some motor. We ain't talking about motor. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, those Harris team was crazy. So they nothing for them to get in that. Yeah. And then they used to do these. They was already had a stick, and Doug did the same thing in hospital. They used to do these living programs, man. And I used to tell Ray, man, I say, bro, y'all run so much. I just feel sorry for y'all, man. Like rate them, like Doug. They don't understand. That's what I'm saying about those teams. The preparation at those Osprey teams. People always say, man, hey, man, y'all get them boys steroids over there. The work they put in at those programs, bro, we had a sand pit at the school. I don't know if they still got that. Mm-hmm. Sand pit at the school. Doug had a spot, digged out, and put sand there. So instead of going to the beach to do a beach workout, we brought the beach workout at the school, right? Mm-hmm. They're doing that for probably an entire hour. They doing CODs in the sand. I don't know if people even know. I don't know how Coach King is now. No. King will walk the sand or the sidewalk of the sand and snapping, blowing the whistle. Bang! Y'all better give up, bang! What's going on, bang? I mean, this in the sand. I'm like, oh my God. And they just leave that. Go on the field. Perfect 40s. That's another 30 minutes. Full speed, perfect 40s. 30 minutes of that. Leave that. 16 110s or whatever. Doing that. Part of this time, Cobell done got the weights out on the field. Right. They go straight to the back of the end zone. Weights, doing all that stuff. Man, listen. You doing this all day long. Mind you, now they done worked out before we did all that in the weight room. See, this was one day. And then after all of that, eating chocolate milk, whatever. Mm-hmm. Man, listen, you doing this the entire year. And what I'm telling you right now, some of this happened during the season. So, hey, I'm telling you, so I know people think it's insane because, you know, what we do here, because my mindset, we coming from the bottom with it. Mm-hmm. And so we train them that way, from the bottom with it, right? Bro, we was up here training like that. Right. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, obviously, we get to that point, I'm going to continue keep the regimen going. Yeah. But we was up here training like that. Mm-hmm. But you got to think about it, too. Those kids came into their program. It's pretty much an academy. Yeah, right. So they came into a football academy. You know, it's Osprey, but it was a football academy.
Right. So they have a different mindset, different thinking.
So it came into an academy. American Heritage was built the same as that way. Right. The coaches they had from the guy, the Willie guy, and Willie Bueno, Doug. You know, so they built that the same way. So when Doug left that and came to Osprey, he just kind of kept it going. And that's why those kind of programs like that, you see those programs. It don't matter who you play. Like those programs like that, yeah. When I was at Osprey, we were playing Carroll City when they had
Buckshot, they had
Autumn Boy, right? We didn't care who we played.
Cam Davis.
It don't matter who we played. You know what I mean? So, because we had those kind of guys in the program, and then those guys in the program work like that. So then, you know, when we came over and connected to Palm Beach Central, that was the workout. Because I came from that. That's all I knew. So I knew that. So now you get that kind of talent in there, and you work like that. That's the difference. We work like that. If you see any old video we was at Central, we work like the winners of fall. Used to be winners on like how we got winners now. Yeah. The winners of fall. You know what I mean? Because ain't nobody get out of here. Like it's the work like that. You know what I'm saying? And I think when you get those kind of programs like that and those 3A and 2A and stuff like that, you can get those kind of kids in and you work just like that, you build powerhouses. You see what I'm saying? You build powerhouses. Now you get into the high school, the bigger schools, and you work like that. Yes, it's a little bit more restraint to you because at those places like Osprey, we ain't got but like 50 kids in the entire program. Right. I can control 50 like that. Right. When I get 105, it's tough to control 105 like that. You see what I'm saying? But those 50 that I got, you know if a kid ain't here in those 50. You see what I'm saying? Because you break apart and you take those last 20 or whatever the number is, and those guys play JV, but they also part of the varsity program. Because of those smaller schools, you can do that kind of stuff. I can control these 50. But now you got to be able to take, that's the biggest jump and the hardest hurdle, because I got to be able to take that mindset, where I come from, and say, I got to do that with 105, 115, 120 kids. How can I get it to that point? Right. You see what I'm saying? Because that'd be because you're going to have some gap in there that you don't have all kids into that. But you got to think about it. Those kids got a mindset they come into a private school or to an academy for it to be that way. And those parents support it on a whole different level.
I think too with that is at an academy and at a winning program, and you know we kind of starting to see a little bit of that. But you know, if this year and the next year go believe how we think it's gonna go, we'll start to see more of you guys got more help.
Yeah.
More. Yeah, obviously as your coaching staff, but you also have also other guys, just the other people there, you know what I'm saying? They want to watch this over here, help with this here. They have somebody bring the weights from outside, you know what I'm saying? But last offseason I wanted to bring the weights, I had the players to bring the weights out there, and the players to take it back. Y'all have people who do that. You know what I'm saying? So as you win, you have more people who can help in and still come to help. We want to be there. You know, because they want to help when you
and then when
you
high
down.
School, you got to identify your sweet 40. Right? Okay, those 40 can't miss. Right? Those 40, they gotta give me everything in the off season. Right? Those other 60 I may miss, right? Yeah, I'm on them about getting here every day. Yeah, I'm on them about, but I may miss those guys, right? I may miss one here and there because they just, you know, I got to spend extra time on this knucklehead. You know what I'm saying? I got to spend extra time on him. You know what I mean? Whatever it may be. And he's not ready right now. He's not going to be nowhere ready if he don't get his behind in here. But those other 40 can't miss. Because like I said, again, when you're doing it like that in the off season, you're also preparing for college too. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, again, I just feel sorry. I was like, man, like, is we doing too much? Like, I used to be like, man, like, this is crazy. But we because remember now, I'm coming from, before I got there, I'm coming from another public. So I'm in another public when I'm relying on.
You went straight from John out to.
Yeah, Oxford. Yeah. So I'm relying, you know what I mean? So I got guys like TJ and Jared, they just athletic. They just, hey man, boy, they can't swat 300. Boy, they put that foot in the ground, they go on top of your neck. Like we just kept playing football a lot. You see what I'm saying? My mind said, well, football. They do enough football. Yeah, my brother loved the weight room, but it was like me, like, hey, football. When I got there, I was like, wow. Yeah. Not just me, my brother saying, wow, like, oh, this is what we was missing. This is what we was missing. You know what I'm saying? Like this, because I started, okay. So now they start going off my mind. I'm looking, I'm observing everything. I'm taking all of it in. So now, when I got to reinvent, and I went down the road with Tino down the Palm. Then it's like, okay, I'm going to bring that here. And that was the jump right there. You know what I mean? Because the year before that, it was like 2-8 and all that stuff. And then that was that jump. Come in, here we go, boom. That was a coaching shop, but for the kids, but we came in and then boom, here it goes. And then we came in, boom, there it goes. And we just kept at it. And I just think like that mindset is what makes the difference between to my high school programs, right? And that's what I'm saying. So it's no knock to what nobody else is doing, how they doing, what I'm trying to just give them free game to those situations and let people know, like, in those situations. 'Cause I used to hear all the time, like what is they doing over there, those programs, the kids looking like that. But that's kind of what it was. And when, you know, when certain guys mention, you know, whether it's Duke or whether it's Ryan, whether it's, you know, Rory always mentioned about just the work and what the difference is, stuff like that. It ain't just other teams doesn't lift like that, right? I think you got to kind of go through it to kind of see what we're talking about. And then once you go through it, see what we're kind of talking about, they'll say like, yeah, I know what y'all saying about lates and whatever, but hey, man, like, I'm telling y'all what's coming. Like, that's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy and what they do year round. You know what I mean? Like I said, again, we just, if people can see what we're doing right now, you know, we just got out, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? We just, you know, we still in December and what we doing. So, like, we looking at the bigger picture. We're not looking at a season. You know what I'm saying? I think most schools look at that. So if you right now and you in 25, you thinking 25. We thinking, so we seen 25 when we was in here at 23.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we bypassed that, you know, in our mind. So you could look at right now results and whatever it may be. And a lot of schools, you looking at it right now, like what that 25 result did for you. Like you look at your program, like where we went left at? Like why are these kids? With us, because we look so down the line with stuff and what the mindset and what we're trying to go in our future.
I mean, that's so true. You know, and again, you know, because not in other programs, looking at other high schools, can't really say exactly what they're doing, but we got an idea of when the kid come over. Yeah. And they be like, dang, y'all do all this? Yeah. Yeah, we do this. Yeah. This is what you're supposed to do.
Because we also have a mindset that we come in here with no talent. When we first got here, right? So we come in with a mindset like, okay, whether we don't got the talent. So the only thing we know is this right here, even to look decent. If we gonna look decent, we gotta outwork every. When I say outwork, it has to look like what I just talked about. It has to look like that, right? It has to look like when we were doing them sleds like that, right? You know what I mean? Those kind of things. It has to look like that because, and that was off season when we was pushing that sled for 30 minutes straight and had to get a certain number. Like for them it's chaotic. You know what I mean? But for us, it gotta look like this to even be decent. Now, when we get decent and we got this same mentality that we had when we didn't have any talent at all, right? That's what's going to take us over top. So our mindset had to come in saying, we don't look like, we can't walk out there and look like that team look right now, right? We don't look like that. We don't look like a Division II school. Like you got some team like a Division II school, right? But what's going to happen is when we start looking like that, but we already got that mentality as a coaching staff, like we didn't have anything, right? That's when it's not even a competition, right? Because you look at this year alone, right? We caught 85% of the team that we lost to the year before. We didn't catch them by getting a boatload of talent. No, we did not, because it was still dog fights in those games, right? But we kind of find a way to persevere all the way through those games and to win those games in the end. You see what I'm saying? Because the year before that, we only won 2 of them. You see what I'm saying? And came back and did what we did this year, right? With the same, pretty much the same schedule. So that's kind of what I'm saying when you talk about the work we were talking about, because when we do get to that point, when we start look like you physically, right? We look like you physically. Those kids what you got right there, our kids look like that. Now it's what you did from December to this December.
Yeah, because and what that's one thing was when we first met at Palm Beach Central, what we kind of lined at is I was the X's and O's stuff, but just like the off season, what is the team supposed to look like in the off season? What are you really supposed to work at? Like I'm studying colleges. This is what I did when I was in school. I took a little bit of that and then mixed on what I looked at, what I seen other schools do. And let me try to put it in the system in. You taking what you seen, what you did, and what you seen, mixing all of it together. And we both came with the same mentality, like this weight room got to be number one. This the season.
It's number one.
This the season. This is how we win games right here. You know what I'm saying? So it was like going in there now when we got a P4 kid in December right now. I got him in there squatting. Saying 245 in there. Right, you got to lift this right now. You can't not do this. Yeah, I know you tired.
Other kids are chilling right now. Other 27s are chilling right now.
Other kids are chilling.
Yeah, or they go to personal trainers.
Right.
Yeah.
Which.
Right. How much you working? You paying them guys.
Paying all that. You come right here.
You paying me a dime. Right.
You're going to be doing this for free.
Me. I'm like, hey, all right, relax. I want you to run from me. Right. You paying me, yeah.
No, you coming here, we working, and I'm yelling.
I look outside, it's raining. Oh, no, we going to sit you a text, or we going to work out today. No.
You're right, you're trying to work. I mean, that's one thing. And like you said, we got a future mindset is that I'm looking at this kid work because now, yes, obviously I want him to perform for us. I'm thinking I want him when he leaves here, when he steps on that campus, I want them to be like, dang, that kid look like what y'all did at high school? Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm thinking. So then the next kid, some 6th grader right now, is going to be coming to the game in August and look at what that kid's doing and say, okay, I want to go there. Right. I want to look like that.
That's how they work. It's all,
you know what I'm saying? That's how that's thinking.
And it's all in the work, man. It's all in the work. Like we'll get to a point like, we were talking about, I think it had to be the summer. And we say, hey man, like, we want to take the kids, we want to do a 7-on-7, this and that. And I'm like, yeah, see, but 7-on-7, like on the Wednesday, man, we don't want to miss the weight room. You know what I'm saying? Like we look at that like, man, we don't want to miss the weight room. And like you said, and it's not about this year we thinking like that. It's like, now we thinking about that 10th grade who we need to get big. So we thinking about his senior year. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we thinking about. Like we thought about Tmo them senior year 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
You see what I'm saying? Like I'm telling, so the mindset was already there. So that's the point I'm getting to, that you get caught up in just this year focus and this year only and not think about program. You can catch yourself in a situation like, man, you having your down year is like horrible. You see what I'm saying? Your down year is horrible. And like I said, again, I just think like the trajectory that we have is on the way up based on just having that mentality.
Yeah, because that's a statement that you said. Like we was looking at it's on a Wednesday. Okay, so I mean we got to go Thursday. We normally was off Thursday. We got to go Thursday to make up for that.
Make up for that. Yeah, make up for that.
To that.
Yeah, make up for that.
And we're gonna come back. We're gonna do legs because we didn't do legs the other day.
Think about all that. Yeah,
we got to do legs out there. Well, we got to do legs, coach. Yes, we got to come on. So we got to do legs. We're gonna squat. We're gonna power clean. We're gonna do all that. Right after you just running all day in the hot sun.
And it become a culture thing. I'm gonna tell you why, because those 27s. That's the end of the day. What is the day? December 8th today, right? So December 9th. December 9th. So those kids who in the weight room right now, December 9th, right? You wouldn't have got those kids, them 27s, to do that when they were freshmen and sophomores. Like now they're conditioned. This is what we do. Right. So they in there working out right now. They're 27 because I don't know no other way how you supposed to do it. That's all I know. So think about before we got here, like last year, right? A couple of kids, it's been hard to get those 26s or 25s out to that point. It's hard to get them to come in here and say, man, coach, it's December, man. Like we were, no, but now you 27s don't know no difference. So for me to say, hey, man, let's get in this weight room, let's start lifting. Coach, they ain't gonna look, coach, man, it's December. We got time for January. Listen, let's look out for the break. I know let's kind of get in there. Let's get that acclimation period. Let's kind of get going. So when we get January, we're ready to go. Right. So instead of kind of sitting around that December and then January get here And then now it's like a whole nother like
right. You almost got to restart
period.
Again,
yeah. So no, let's kind of get it going now. So I just think that's becomes your culture now, right? You want to lift all the time. You know what I mean? It's no time that we don't want to lift. Like we want to lift all the time. And I think you kind of have that mentality, understand what the weight room does for you. And we don't get the same person. Some high schools have a weightlifting class, they 6 period or 7 period or whatever like that. Right. So we don't do that. So we kind of just put everything on the back end that we go from 3 to 7. We just kind of lift from issue.
I mean, like I said, when we was talking about traveling, the funny part, I'm really thinking, okay, if we do this hotel, like, okay, we could go. What the hotels got down there that we can kind of do some. I was gonna ask if one of the coaches, like, hey, can we use our weight room for a little? You know what I'm saying?
Can we do some lifting? At the end of the day, you got to do it, man, right. and they got to be part of your culture, man. And I say, like I said again, we was able to catch some programs because of the mentality that we got when it comes to lifting, man. I think, like I said again, if we didn't have the mentality, then we just going everything off talent. And then we at that point that we go everything off talent and beat anybody. So like that's why a lot of our games, you think about it before you look at the box score and say, oh, let's beat Suncoast 28-7 or 6, whatever it was, right? You can look at that and say that, but hey, Suncoast up at halftime. 6-2. They was up 6-2 at halftime. Suncoast was winning the game at halftime. Right? Happy. Third quarter is boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so I just think like that's kind of what it was. You know what I mean? Those guys, that part of, we always want to say that what took over. Our weight room took over. Our off season took over. And we're gonna continue that mentality.
And that's the thing, when you talk about recruiting your players, it's also how you run your program.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to get that kid to go somewhere. I know you're trying. You're offering money and everything. Yeah. It'll be hard to get that kid when he's over here squatting. Yeah. We over here, Power had him hand cleaning yesterday. Right. We over here doing this. Right. And not just him, D'Amico was in there, and Pratt is in there, you know what I'm saying? Carl was in there. Yep. It's hard to get them kids. Yep. Because if they go to somewhere else, they're going to be like, you don't live it? No. They're going to look at you sideways.
Culture, man.
Coaches didn't have 5 to 15 in them.
And it's all about the culture, man. And I think that's, I remember when I first took the job, Doug spoke and Jimbo spoke and different ones spoke when I first took the job on the news thing. And that's one of the things I want to say either Jimbo or Doug said was that, you're going to see some stability at Palm Beach Lakes now. Mm-hmm. The fact that he's there, you're going to see stability. Now, not say that we're going to have no kid lead the program. That's going to happen. But you're not going to see the influx of kids, just the revolving door of kids just out of our program. You know what I'm saying? Because of the culture that we set here. You know what I'm saying? So you'll get a stable of kids to kind of lock in because of the culture that we have here. Now, again, our culture ain't for everybody. That's why we'll lose some kids. So our culture ain't for everybody. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? And the kids that's not for, we understand it. So it's not like it's just like, oh man, come on, stay. The kids who we know leaving out, we don't reach out and we understand it. This is not for you. Like, we know your personality and we know kind of what you got going and we know where our program is at and it's one for you. Even the kids we lost last year, right? We know the culture of the kid. We know the kid mindset. Come
on, man.
Does the culture fit the kid? Probably not. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And go to a place that it fits your personality. And not say that whole place is not, whatever. Right. It fits you. You know what I mean? Here it does not. It's it's a lot that we ask.
You're not gonna be able to come here, not buy into the weight room
and change us, right?
You start now because now eventually obviously the coach is gonna get mad,
right?
The players are gonna start saying something too,
right?
I mean, Roy first day.
Yeah,
Roy tried to stop on the set. Everybody. No.
Oh no, man, we don't do that. I was still watching. Hey, no, but we'll do that here. No, pick that up. Yeah, they get on. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna get everybody gonna start getting mad. Right. Yeah, the coach, I'm gonna yell. Tmo will say something. The other coach will say something. You got Coach Jack big self in here walking around. You don't want to piss him off. No. Coach Nado's in here. No. They looking at you. If you mad, I used to feel bad for them sometimes. I'm like, dang man, y'all better. You see Coach Nado over them looking.
Yeah, it is, man.
You see Coach Jack over there.
It's the mentality, man.
Stop bending over.
I'm telling you, man, it's a mentality, and that's what I'm saying. Like the scoreboard always gonna represent that. Like we won more than we lost, but the scoreboard always represent that. Because I can tell you that 2-18 work just like that too. They work.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. They work. You know what I'm saying? It just football is football. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But when you do catch that wave, when you do got it, and you got all that other stuff behind it that we talking about, you know what I mean? That's when you're gonna see that run. They're gonna come out of nowhere. You're gonna see that run. You're gonna say, oh my God, like look what's going on. I'm telling you right now what the blueprint is. I'm telling you, when it's gonna happen, I'm telling you it's gonna happen. But when it happened, you're gonna be able to replay this back and say, that's when it hit. That's when it hit, that's when it clicked. Because the personnel gonna get into that. You're gonna come into that situation. And when it comes into that situation of personnel, and you have all this other stuff behind it, what we're talking about, right? That was the foundation that makes a program. When you have those things like that, you're gonna see that thing just jump up. When you see all the teams that talk about those runs, when you look at the old the documentary on Florida that's on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
What they talk about?
Yeah, 12 o'clock in midnight.
They were talking about that. They ain't say, listen, they said,
each other.
They did talk about certain kids when Tmo came and all that. The thing they said that got them over the hump was those midnight workouts. And when they showed them videos and them boys just, that's what they said. That's what got us to where we need to get to. And that's what I'm telling you, man. Like, this thing will never change, man. It always gonna be the same. You can say all the other stuff, and 707 is cool, and new science is this, and all this knee braces and all. Listen, end of the day, bro, that weight room is the key, man. I'm telling you, that weight room is the key, man. And when you go on that field, you're doing some type of resistance, whether it's sleds, whether it's 210s, whether it's sand pit, you're doing something to challenge them guys mentally, man. And you're going to grow the body, you're going to grow the mind, and eventually you're going to grow your program.
I think once we got to like July, I think I even said something too, like I'm kind of done with this 707. Like I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Like to me, 707 is June's. Yeah. Put the 707 in. Only in July. Like obviously we lift in June and everything in it. Yeah. Because we gonna lift whether you run, spend all day. When you win, play 9 games with 707, we gonna come the next day. We gonna squat. We gonna lift, whatever.
Do all that.
But 707 is all June to me, and then July you get all right, man. I'm ready. Let's get into football.
Let's get into football. And that's what I'm saying. So you get to that point like that, I think definitely that you like I said again, you want to have that mentality that you set that culture that we understand. Yeah, we'll have some of that fluff stuff that we do 707 stuff like that, but the real stuff is what we do in this weight room and stuff like that. And you'll see, like I said, that program jump. Like I said again, I'm giving the history of when I got it because I was like that. You know what I'm saying? When I was at John Eyes and places like that, it wasn't that for me. It was like, oh man, like, just throw the ball, let's do this, let's do that, whatever it may be. And it wasn't a focus on that. But when I went over there as a coach with Dr. May Osprey, I was coaching Shaw. I was like, wow, man, this is okay. It takes this. It takes this. But then when I looked at it and I started seeing it and I started understanding it, and we started playing competition, went to team counts in the summer and stuff, I was like, oh my God, like this stuff is different. You know what I'm saying? And they moved different. They had more explosiveness. Right. Their bodies was good. Like we wasn't getting that many injuries. Like we was kind of, outside of this one play against Heritage with 1 second on the clock, we go to state that year. You know what I'm saying? With weight room, as we get ready to wrap up, I went to weight room when I went to college. I went to Division II, and when I was in high school, I was in Park. We ain't never touched the weight room. Never, not once. We had Stephen Moffitt was the number 1 quarterback in the state. He was going to UCF, and RJ went to Iowa State. We had guys, but never touched the weight room. Not once ever. When I went to school, and I went to that like $130 or whatever, and I'm looking at this kid from South Carolina. He my height, but he like jacked. Yeah. He put 225 on that thing and started getting it like 7 times in a row. I'm like, hold on, wait, what? You my height. You my side. Like, that's what we did. South Carolina. We lift. Hold on. I started lifting a little bit. I started getting big or whatever. And I'm noticing even then at like 18, 19, I'm noticing the speed difference, the explosion difference. Okay, straight line, I was faster than the kid, but like just the first step, that suddenness, he had that. Then I did, and I'm like, it's different, man. Weight room. It's different. And when I started coaching at Palm Beach Central, they used to run the weight room, but I used to always take a few extra guys, be like, no, like let's do this over here. Yeah. Me and Harris got to do it in the weight room because I want to do something different. I'm like, nah, man, that dude need to do this. Yeah. This is what we need to do. And I had Angela Jean Louise and then Bam. That's how me and Bam got close. I used to take him, Bam, okay, you do that what you do, we gonna stay in the weight room, we're gonna do this. Right. Afterwards and all, you know what I'm saying? But like, and then now once they start seeing results, it's all right, Coach. Yeah, go ahead. Start doing it. Yeah, that's how it is. You start seeing the results, and you're like, all right, that's the weight room. I'm telling you, man, and that's the mentality. You got to have that, bro. And we finna start all season now, and like I said again, we're all programs about to start very soon. Yeah. And, you see your program, you going 0-10, and you going all that stuff like that, 1-9, and all that kind of stuff. If I had to give any advice, that's what I'm saying. Like, get your committed guys into the weight room. The guys not committed to it, you pretty much gonna push them out of the program anyways. But get that select few that you can get that's committed to it. Eventually you're gonna see your culture kind of shift to that. And you'll get that buy-in, and they kind of want to be together because they don't went through what you went through in your off-season program with the weight room, right? And because you're growing that bond in there. You know what I'm saying? Like they're doing certain things that they got to get through it. They got to remember we used to come in here and swat. They ain't know the time. We swat for 4 minutes with a whistle. You know what I'm saying? They ain't know. You know what I mean? They don't know when you stop. So I just think all those kind of things like that grow a bond. with them, and it gets them connected, gets them fighting the all season, and it gonna be something for them to leave. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, man, I don't really want to leave because these my brothers, man. We we got an opportunity. You know
it's harder to lose players, or I should say, it's easier to lose players when you ain't seen them for 2 months.
Yeah.
When you ain't making them do nothing for 2-3 months, you see them in the hallway, or you don't see them if you
now
on
they had
campus.
trainers.
Yeah, they hanging out, they on over there.
That trainer associated with that team, that school.
Come on, man. You know, that's the only time they really train is at the park with the trainer.
Yeah.
They ain't in the weight room.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
And then that trainer talking to that coach, and you know what I'm saying, and all of that. You know, you still gonna have that anyways, but
yeah, you gonna have that. But you know, it's one thing if you got your own thing here. Because they know on Monday, I gotta come here. Yeah, that's nice. I gotta come here.
Yes, what I'm saying. And you building that bond. You know what I mean? And you creating those adversities like within the off-season program. So now when you get to the season, you already know who's gonna be riding for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I created that in there, and he folded on this. You see what I'm saying? So I know he'll fold on this on 32. You know what I'm saying? So you create that now. I always say in the season, I know you hear me say it all the time, and I say, hey man, you know how we create that? We create that back in January. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we ain't gonna fix that right now.
Right.
We want to fix this right now. Be here in January when we working them out, and you'll be able to fix that right now. Right. You're gonna be able to fix this right now in the season. It's too late. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna fix this back in January. So that's when next January, this kid is sophomore, we got another year with her. When January flip, let's flip that kid. Let's flip that kid from what we're seeing right now. So I think that's always the mentality that the all season what's going to carry you.
I mean, coach, you as coaches need to be in the weight room.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta lift with them like we do, but be in there, watch them. You know what I'm saying? Be in there with them. You want to get kids stronger. It's easier to do it when you in there.
And also easy for the coach to get in shape too. When you're in there, because I know it's hot in there. So
come on, man.
You just sweat.
How you gonna sweat it out?
Yeah, walking around and lifting with them, and you go into a little hole with them.
And to that also creates a bond. Like they can't really say, okay, you got Coach C got 5 set of 8 on the thing. Well, hold on, but Coach C in there doing it with us.
Yeah.
He doing 5 set
of 8. It's a whole different conversation.
I seen Coach Tmo get on the bench with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's gonna
and you competing too.
Yeah, you competing. Like, hold on, he can strong. I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The power. I'm in there trying to power clean with them. As long as I can move, I'm gonna keep doing it. And then too, that sparks other thing with other coaches.
Yeah.
Now you start to see when we had Coach Collins here, he'll start get up in there.
Right.
Coach Jack get a rep here, there.
Right.
Now they'll get a rep here, there. You know what I'm saying? You get
and you just look different too. When you coach style, you put this polo on,
Come on, man. Yeah,
you look like a good style. Everybody in shape.
Come on,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
Too, when the kids get to trying, you know what I'm saying?
That too.
They're gonna think.
Yeah.
I know he's small, but
I seen Coach throw 225 or 10 times. Yeah.
Let me think.
Tell you, man. So definitely, man, it helps your program, man, in every way, man. So if you're doing that, man,
your wife gonna like it too, man.
Right, that too. and it kills all that whining, man. Like you so busy focused on this that you don't got time to even look and whine about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what's going on. I care less about that.
I just need my players in the weight room.
That's it. Only thing I said.
I've been whining about that.
Only thing I said to the state this morning email. Hey man, can you recheck this? Because y'all ain't put us in.
Y'all forgot about
it. Yeah, y'all ain't put us in. I don't care where you put us at. Put us over. Put us over. I don't care where you put us at, man. That's the only thing I complain about. So hold the state fist that up for me.
But yeah, man. So that's the show, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, share, subscribe.
And good luck, man. Carl Newman, man.
Hey, bring the thing back home for us, man.
And West Boca, man. Good luck. I don't know if I'm able to catch them too this week, but hopefully I can.
I think I'm out there. I say West Boca probably gonna win. Carl Newman. Come on and bring this thing back.
Big for the county.
Carl Newman gonna bring this thing back for us, man.
That'll be big, but we can talk a lot of cash. We go to FCA or one of them coaching clinics, man. Or you from Palm Beach, man? We had 2 chances. And I kind of, they got like a day kind of rule they have at FCA and all that. Hey, man, Palm Beach, man. Y'all want to get that, man. Get that thing.
All right, man. That's the Tmo Show. Yeah.